Hypothetical for Max. You're out at sea with Jason Kelsey, Big Dom, and Nick Foles.
Oh, wow.
Who you first?
Oh, wow.
When out of nowhere, they're all captured by a
Mountain Dew,
gang
Max.
of pirates. You must choose one to set free, one to live out their years as the pirate's hostage, and one to be executed on the ship.
Oh, my God.
What will you do?
On today's part of my take, we have two awesome interviews. We got Lane Johnson.
For who?
For the people. Lane Johnson, who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday. We went and visited with him.
Friend of the program.
Future Hall of Famer. Also special in that Lane Johnson interview, Max's speech from Monday night from our dinner. Then we have Jameis Winston, one of our favorites, who also stopped by. Great interview with him. We are going to talk a little more Super Bowl week, hot seat, cool throne, FAQs. It's Super Bowl week, baby, and it's brought to you by DraftKings. Have you played Pick 6 from DraftKings? What are you waiting for? You better get on it. It's Super Bowl 59, the last chance to play NFL Pick 6 this season. And as the official daily fantasy sports partner of the NFL, DraftKings does fantasy sports like no one else. Play for better payouts on Pick 6. It's super easy to get started. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app. Select two or more players and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat, like which QB will throw for more than 2 TDs, or which running back will rush for less than 100 yards, or which linebacker will have more than 1 sack. It's just that easy. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. And DraftKings is making it even sweeter for first-timers. New Pick 6 customers play $5 to get $59 in Pick 6 credits. There's no tomorrow. It's the last chance to jump in now to the new, most fun way to play fantasy sports this season. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to play $5. Get $59 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings. There's no tomorrow. It's the last chance to jump in now to the new, most fun way to play fantasy sports this season. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to play $5. Get $59 in Pick 6 credits only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Today is Wednesday, February 5th, and it's Max Week.
Max Week,
episode 2.
Birds Week. To the max.
Max
Birds
Week,
Week.
episode 2. So we're here in Nola. We had the media night on Monday night.
And what a night it was.
Yeah, really, the only thing that came of note from it, I think, was there was a couple troll questions. Who would do that? Who would do a troll question? Disgusting. To Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. The Kelce one, I think he was actually pissed. Did you see it?
Well, I saw a couple questions. There was one reporter that asked him like back-to-back Taylor Swift questions. He was like, back-to-back, that's nuts. That's crazy.
Someone said to him, what do you love more, Taylor Swift or phantom 15-yard roughing the passer penalties? And he just was not happy
That's a
about
funny
that.
question.
That's a good question. That's fair.
And then someone asked Patrick Mahomes who his favorite ref was.
That's also good.
Yeah. And he said he's going to check and find out with the guys.
The NFL released, I think the NFL Ref Association, I'm pretty sure they have like a union. They released a statement saying they take an enormous amount of umbrage at all the accusations that they've been favoring the Chiefs.
Yes.
Enormous
Roger
amount.
Goodell said it as well. He's like, it's crazy. These conspiracy theories are nuts. Also, we found out from Roger Goodell that we might get a flag football league soon.
Yeah.
So he said they're working on it, and then Florio reported that they're not just working on it. It's like happening.
It's already
How
gone.
about a league where they hit harder?
Yeah, it blitzed the league.
Yeah, what you should have said there, Hank, is flag football league. We already have that. It's called the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not. I've always.
They're going to big head. You don't realize that they're going to event like this is a long game.
Yeah, it's true. This is what they're going to do.
Like if you like flag football, they're going to be like, well,
here's all I'll say is that if they do if they do it correctly, it would be like a perfect, like I want to say May like just do like a 3-day tournament with all the players, I would watch that.
For flag football?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch that too.
If it was NFL players playing, I would watch that.
I like where Hank's head's at, though. Maybe instead of a league where they hit harder, a league where everyone has weapons. Like
Yeah.
you actually have a baseball bat as a linebacker.
They are. Imagine if they do an actual flag football league and they figure out a way to do like a roughing the passer for Mahomes because they took his flag too hard.
Yeah.
It's Max week.
Max week.
It's Max week.
Birds week.
My body is probably 2/3 gumbo.
Love that.
Just swollen. We're feeling good.
Yeah.
We're sitting in New Orleans right now. What could be better than this?
The air was thick today. Just could drink the air. Feels good.
Delicious air.
Max and Hank, you guys were out on Bourbon Street last night. How was
Were.
that?
Yeah,
Fun.
it was fun.
Yeah.
Hand grenades.
Fun. Love this place.
You just locked in.
Yeah, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. That's all I'm thinking.
So
about.
locked in.
All I'm thinking about is winning
he's
the Super
basically
Bowl.
doing the Marshawn for us now.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
here
here
so I
to
don't
win a
get
Super
fined.
Bowl.
No,
I'm
I
here to
said
win
I
a
had
Super
I said I had fun on Bourbon Street, but it's Super Bowl.
Other big story from Goodell's press conferences. We have done it, boys.
We did it.
We
Congratulations.
ended racism. No more end racism in the end zone.
It only took 4 years.
Yep.
That's what's crazy. It's like
Mission accomplished.
how long since the end of the Civil War? What was that? 1865?
61 to 65?
1865 until 2021, we didn't have end racism painted in end zones.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2021, we decided, let's do something.
Yeah.
Let's fix this. And we fucking painted that shit in end zones.
And we did
And
it.
we put it on the backs of helmets. And now racism's dead.
Done. See ya racism. Now I think it's going to say it takes all of us.
To do what?
Anything.
Okay.
To continue to not be racist.
To continue to ignore all the freak events that are happening that Hank is not ignoring.
Yeah.
It takes all of us.
One of them says like,
You're the one sending them to me now. That's all you do all day. Big
I
Cat's
mean, I see
basically
them.
on the
Yeah.
exactly.
Choose
But no,
love.
I don't-
Is that
I
another
just-
one?
I just-
Choose love is also gone.
choose love is gone.
We're choosing hate.
Okay. I mean, but what
Yeah.
about calling a timeout to hate? Oh. We're calling timeout to hate now.
Well, when you call a timeout to hate, you're basically timing out and then being like, let's hate.
Yeah, so that you can get better at hating
Right.
when you get back.
Yeah, timeout to hate.
That's what Hank does.
Timeout to hate would be great if they did that actually in the game where the announcers could just be like, fuck everything. Mm-hmm. This is bullshit. All
Yeah.
right, time back in. All right, and we're back, and it's 14-13. Great game being played.
My guys are a little bit winded. We need to call a timeout. They're going to go out there and they're going to be really fucking nasty.
The big news, though, the NFL news, is Myles Garrett has requested a trade. So Cleveland Browns fans, sucks for them. They tried to do a protest. 2 people showed up at the stadium, which I actually say kudos to Cleveland Browns fans because you protesting a guy asking to be traded in the middle of February, like, good job, Cleveland Browns fan. You're not going to just be like, oh, because you know what would happen. If 1,000 people show up, then it becomes like a viral meme of, look how stupid Browns fans are. So I defend Browns fans in this is like, don't show up to that. It sucks. I feel bad for Browns fans, but also Myles Garrett. He does probably have a few good years left, and he wants to win a Super Bowl.
I would say he's probably in his prime right now.
He's 29.
He's still really fucking good.
I saw someone did a stat of like Aaron Donald. I can't remember who else was on it. Khalil Mack, and it was like after 29, 30, like you might get like 1 or 2 really good years, but they will tail off.
But the crazy, he had what, 14 sacks this year?
Yeah.
And he had it on a team that stunk
Yeah.
offensively.
No, he's still
so
very,
it's
very
not
good.
like he was on the field in a lot of like, late game pass rush situations.
Yeah.
He still got 14 sacks. I think he's like in his prime solidly right now.
Who's he going to go to?
I think that boy might be a commie.
Yeah.
I think so. You don't want that, Max.
Oh, we're talking about next year.
Yeah. Talk
Got
about
it.
next year.
Got
What
it.
are you talking about?
I'm still playing this year.
Yeah. But a couple minutes ago, you were saying that he might be a bird.
Well, I mean that's what people are saying, but I'm worried about this year.
worried
I'll let
about
you
this
worry
year.
about next
Where
year.
do you think Myles Garrett's going to end up?
Probably Eagle.
that was way easier than I thought it would be. No, I think
I think it would make sense for the guy.
it would make sense for the Commanders. It would make sense for the Bills.
It's Bills,
Patriots.
Commanders, Packers, Eagles.
Patriots.
I've seen the Bears throw around. I don't want the Bears to trade for him. Not that he's not good, but the Bears have too many holes. But it feels like a team more like Packers, Eagles, Commanders, Bills.
Patriots.
You guys have a lot of holes too.
Yeah, he can be a big fill for those holes.
That man can fill the hole.
can
I've
fill a
seen him
hole.
in the sweatpants.
He could fill a hole, and also Cooper Kupp is getting traded, which that was kind of crazy that he just. I feel like they probably weren't happy that he announced that.
Well, no, it was the team decided to trade him.
Yeah, and he announced it.
And so he was like, "They've decided to move on from me.
Right.
I'm letting you guys know. It's not my call. It's your call."
Yeah.
So yeah, I was looking at his numbers too. He obviously had that great 2021 season, one of the best seasons of any wide receiver of all time. Since then, hasn't really been a top tier wide receiver.
And he's, I think, $20 million or something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, I think he's still pretty good.
Kami?
He could be a commie. Yeah, fuck it. Spread the love around. Spread the wealth around.
What, Hank?
Maybe Patriot.
Maybe Patriot. Yeah. Well, Belichick's not the coach anymore. He would get Cooper Kupp in a second.
Yeah. I do feel bad for Browns fans, though, because Myles Garrett, you went to the playoffs a couple times, but you wasted his prime.
It sucks. It
Or
sucks.
just once. They go once? Yeah, just once.
It sucks if you're a Browns fan because it does tie into the Deshaun Watson trade.
Yep.
Everything they gave up for that guy, and it was as bad a move as you could ever make.
And it's also, I don't know, the cap makes no sense to me. It never will, but they're way over the cap. And if they trade him, I think he still carries like an insane cap hit. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the Browns
Mason
do.
Rudolph about that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that works out, but I feel like 2 first-round picks. That seems like a fair deal for.
Yeah, that was
Myles Garrett.
Khalil Mack was 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, 2 first-round picks seems like a good deal. I would love for him to be a Commander. I would absolutely love that. I want Myles Garrett so bad.
Okay, so sign up the
Come to
Commanders.
DC, Myles. I know you're listening to the show.
Come on, Myles.
Appreciate you. Don't listen to your boy Chris Long. He's going to feed you a bunch of nonsense about the birds. Don't listen to him. He's high. He's stoned. He's not making any sense.
He's
Not
a
me.
lib.
I'm clear-minded, of sound body and mind, sober. Myles, come to DC. We'll treat you so good, buddy.
We also had more reports from the Luka trade, and it just gets dumber and dumber.
This guy should be in
Nico
prison.
Harrison, the big report came out, and they basically did what we predicted, where they were like, Luka's fat, and he's so fat, and we can't have him signing it. Like the quote that stuck out to me, they were like, yeah, we didn't know if he was going to sign the Supermax, and we were kind of like half hoping he wouldn't. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. So, Nico Harrison did this all at a coffee shop with Rob Pelinka, and Rob Pelinka essentially just heisted him and pretended like, oh, man, I know this is so difficult for you. Like, we'll keep this under wraps, just the two of us. And like, and then it happened. He's like, whoops, we got the best trade ever.
Do you think that Rob Pelinka in those meetings, the thought occurred to him that maybe this is an episode of Punk'd? Like, is this a hidden camera show?
Seriously.
And, like, I'm just going to try to play it cool?
And
Okay.
Rob Pelinka did like
Dalton Connect, he's like, he's kind of fat. You're right.
Yeah.
Nope.
the whole like, oh well, the Chris Paul trade got out when David Stern, put a squash to it. The Anthony Davis trade got out, the first one from the Pelicans, and like that ruined a lot of vibes. Like, we got to keep this tight. We can't let anyone know, just for the sanctity of this trade. And Nico's like, you're right. You're so right. We cannot tell anyone. And then it hits the airwaves. There was like, the Mavs are giving back $2,000 refunds for anyone who wants to cancel their season tickets.
Credit to them.
That's how bad this trade is.
That's a good front office that knows how to take care of their fans.
If I was a Mavs fan, I would never get over it. I would never get over it.
No.
Like,
the
that
only
guy
way,
literally deserves to be in prison.
The
Like,
only-
it's malpractice.
Yeah, the only way you can reasonably get over it is if like Luka ends up being like 320 pounds.
Yeah, you got to hope he gets real fat.
But you don't even want to root against Luka.
Yeah, you don't want to root against
Like,
Luka.
you don't have nothing against Luka.
It's also insane that everyone keeps saying the 270. Isn't he like 6'8"?
Yeah.
Yeah, 270, not that big.
Yeah.
Max.
No.
Right. You're worried about the Super Bowl. Say you're worried about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, he's just upset.
I am. I'm upset. I am upset. The Luka thing, the fact that Dalton Connect was even tossed out there and the Lakers were like, no, including Dalton Connect, I think that kills the deal. And the Mavericks were like, oh, fuck, they're going to walk away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Luka is 6'6", by the way, and his listed weight is 230.
He is not 230.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, he did his press conference. He was like, I was just as shocked as everyone else. I thought it was April 1st. There was that sad story that he just bought a new like $15 million house. So prayers to Luka. That's brutal.
That's really bad.
Yeah, he's going to have to sell that house.
It did seem that the GM, Nico, was like just trying to avoid doing more work this summer and next year.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a hard conversation. Do you want to commit this much money to him? Didn't really feel like going through that discussion, so I just got him off my table.
Yeah. Didn't want him to gain a single more pound. There was a funny story that Harold Bob went on a podcast. He used to work for the Mavs, and he said his first time going to the Mavs facility, Luka was working out in a sauna suit, and then after the practice, they got catered by Tex-Mex, and Luka filled up like a huge jug with just sweet tea and lemonade.
It's the Burt Kreischer with Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, but it's just, you knew this was going to happen. They
I
were
thought
just
you were going to say
slander him.
queso.
No, I thought when he was telling the story, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, did Luka just walk away with like a gallon of queso?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But they then banned sweet tea and lemonade from the practice after that. So they don't want to let the guy fucking live.
You know, it's interesting, the double standard the media has. When LeBron James puts on 9 pounds during an NBA game, we all talk about what a freak athlete he is. When Luka puts on 9 pounds during a practice, it's like, oh, this guy's got a problem. This guy's got a weight problem.
Yeah. I don't like the slander on Luka.
He did wear a fat guy outfit today. He had the button-up shirt and then the sweater over top of that. So the button-up was holding his physique in, and then the cardigan was covering it all up.
Yeah.
It would be very funny if he just showed up day one for the Lakers. It was in the best shape ever, like chiseled, six-pack.
Apparently LeBron called him right away and said, he said, I understand what you're feeling. How does LeBron understand what he's feeling? LeBron has literally decided every step of his. That's the opposite of what you're feeling. Like, understand.
Yeah,
what you're feeling. There was a report the Lakers tried to trade him to the Warriors last year, and Rich Paul was like, no. So I don't know how LeBron understands what Luka's feeling.
I guess in the grand sense, like maybe he just has empathy.
Or actually, you know what it was? Because when the story broke, LeBron was at dinner, so he probably was like, I understand what you're feeling. I'm full too.
Yeah. you and I were not so different, Luka.
Oh, yeah. I have to take a shit, Luka. I understand what you're feeling.
Yeah, I think if the Mavericks win the NBA title this year, that would be awesome. And then if the Lakers won the NBA championship, like for the 3 years after that, that would be very funny.
Yeah. So shout out Luka for the $15 million house. That's brutal. You know, he just moved. I mean, moving does suck. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Even as a guy who makes has over $200 million in the bank, it doesn't matter. Moving sucks.
Yeah. So, $15 million. I thought his house would be more expensive than that.
You think so?
It's cheaper in Dallas.
Also, I don't know. Like once you
what are mansions like in Dallas, Hank?
They're nice.
Are they?
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
You got a pool?
Better price for them. Yeah.
You think he's got a
Pool,
pool?
hot tubs.
Yeah. The drywall work is shoddy to say the least.
Oil.
Good point, Max.
Yeah, great job, Max.
Was that a fat comment for Luka?
No,
Fried
I
food?
think he was literally meaning oil.
Like oil money.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
He didn't complete the sentence.
Yeah,
He
oil.
just said oil.
I was thinking about oil. Big oil.
It's the dumbest trade ever. I don't really know how it could. It's just still like I thought that after 2 days there would be a little more clarity, and it would be. I was expecting there to be like a Luka injury we didn't know about. It really just boils down to Nico Harrison's a moron, and they were scared that Luka was going to keep gaining weight.
It also could be trying to get a favor
And then
from
they'd have
LA.
to deal with it in the summer.
The
they'd have to deal
casino,
with it.
Which like
Yeah.
the casino that the Mavericks owner wants to build.
Yeah.
or the ratings in LA thing makes sense too.
Well, there's also-
but
well,
that's
so what's
a
the
conspiracy.
casino-
And I don't want to go down that road, but it's like you trade. League ratings are going down. There's issues. You trade the best player to the biggest market, international. Mm-hmm. That helps.
What was the casino?
Dallas
But that's a conspiracy.
Dallas
that's
is not a
bad
small
to go down
market.
those roads.
Yeah.
But it's not LA.
It's not really, what was the casino conspiracy?
So the casino conspiracy is that the owner of the Mavericks wants very badly to build a casino in Texas.
Right.
Like at the site of the Mavericks
Because I
stadium.
heard there's two casino conspiracies.
Okay.
then. So I want to hear yours.
All
I'll
right,
tell you
all
mine.
right. So he's on the record. He's lobbying in the Texas state legislature, which it meets for 6 months once every 2 years. They do all their work in those 6 months, and then they just go away and they don't do anything for a while. So if you want to get anything done in Texas,
Hank wants to be a legislator so
yeah,
bad.
you should work in the Texas state legislature, Hank.
I'm down.
Work
Hit me
on
up.
that. Yeah.
Are they on Indeed?
Step number 1: get established residency in Texas. If you know any
Easy.
houses
Okay.
that you could live in.
He's
in
already got
Texas,
his
any
print
mansions.
in there, yeah.
All right, so yeah, big footprint for Hank in Texas already. They do all their work in 6 months, then they go away and they fuck off for a while. The owner of the Mavericks has been lobbying to get this casino built and to lobby for like legalized sports gaming and for gambling. in Texas. The legislature's like, yeah, fuck it. We don't really feel like doing that because we might lose some votes, so we're not going to do the whole gambling thing. That pissed off the owner of the Mavericks. Now the conspiracy is the Mavericks owner wants to send a good player to LA to get on the good side of the Lakers because they're like the most powerful voice in the NBA. So in a couple years, he could threaten to move the Mavericks to Las Vegas, where they have legalized gambling.
So the conspiracy theory that I read kind of blends into that one, where it's the owners of the Mavs are basically trying to alienate the fan base so much that the NBA will eventually add 2 more teams, and the Adelsons, I think their name is, will move the Mavs to Las Vegas, and then there'll be a expansion franchise called the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's like the NFL used to do this until there was a team in Vegas. It was always great having Las Vegas without a team.
Yeah.
Because any owner, anytime they wanted money from, when the billionaires, they don't want to pay for their own fucking stadiums. You can bleep that out. They would say, yeah, well, we could maybe move to Las Vegas.
Right.
And then the local community would be like, yeah, I guess we have to give you all the money for our schools.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, the LA, you said, the LA thing.
Which, in fairness, would you rather have a good school system or a winning football team?
Winning football team. Yeah, winning football. I don't know why I paused for so long.
I'm not
I was thinking about my kids for a second, and I was like, nah.
It's better if your kids are dumb. You can trick them.
Your kids can root for football.
Just YouTube. Just give them YouTube.
They can learn football math.
Yeah, just log them into x.com.
The better your football team is, the more numbers they learn.
Packets,
they are the media.
All right, should we do Hot Seat Cool Throne and get to our interviews? 2 awesome interviews, Lane Johnson and Jameis Winston. Hot Seat Cool Throne is presented by Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Hot Seat Big Ticket, the big ticketing companies that make getting tickets to NFL playoff games a real hassle. Cool Throne, Game Time's got your back. Score last-minute NFL playoff ticket deals and save. See your seat before you buy. On-time ticket delivery guaranteed. Lowest price guaranteed. Max is going to the big game. With Game Time. So win the ticket game when you use promo code HOTSEAT for $20 off your first purchase with Game Time. Terms apply. Use promo code HOTSEAT, all one word, for $20 off your first purchase with Game Time. Thank you to Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. All right, Hot Seat Cool Throne, Hank.
My hot seat is the MLB.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not a conspiracy guy.
No,
so I'm just chill, just vibe out,
bridge?
Let life happen. Whatever happens. C'est la vie.
Dolphins.
But if you were a conspiracy guy, you might be like, this is fucking insane. The MLB had to fire a ref because he was
umpire.
He was sharing a gambling account with another gambler who was gambling on baseball, including the games that he was umpiring.
Was it like his brother or was it just a friend?
I'll say it.
Professional poker player. Friend.
I'll say it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They should fire him.
You think
sharing a gambling account is a felony?
Yeah.
Like, not even just legally. I'm just saying that's the most psycho thing I've ever heard. You having to track everything you bet and then everything your friend bets? That's crazy.
And then if you hit a couple bets, then your friend tells people like, "Hey, look at all these bets I hit."
That's
and he
insane.
takes credit for your wins.
Insane move. Pre-crime.
But he said he never bet on baseball directly or indirectly.
Don't care. You shared a gambling account. That's weirdo behavior.
But that account did bet on baseball games
Yes.
that he was reffing.
Right.
Correct. But also, just like, you don't even, if the MLB was like, we don't even care about the whole betting part or the baseball thing, we can't have people employed by us who think it's okay to share a gambling account.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
I think
It's like old school when way back in the day when my friends would text me being like, "Can you put this in for me?" I'm like, "No," because then when you win, I'm just gonna have to pay you because I lose all the time.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Light Switch Lou, because I used to not gamble as much money, so he would just let me bet on his account, but then I never really had to pay. So he'd be like, "Oh,
that's
whatever."
just free
Like,
rolling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball umpires are frauds anyways. I used to think they were all fat because they wore the chest protectors.
Yeah.
I think they used to be fatter back in the day.
They did. They've gotten a little bit in shape.
I don't
But
like
probably
that.
nothing.
Yeah. But probably nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, did
Well,
he?
no, I there's something there. I don't want weirdos umpiring baseball games.
Was he the umpire for any significant games?
I did not say in the article that I read.
We got to go back and check that
It'd be
out.
funny if he shared the gambling account with Shohei.
Or Ipe.
Yeah.
But like,
No, it
we're
was just straight
sharing
up showing
a
this
gambling
time.
account, and you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna go umpire tonight," and I was like,
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I'm betting the Orioles. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
We did all kind of stop talking about the Ipe Shohei thing.
Yeah.
Put
Ipe's
that
in
one
jail,
in the
I
file.
think.
Yeah, Ipe, he begged for leniency. I don't know. Justice for Ipe, maybe.
Possibly. More to come.
Mm-hmm.
Then my cool throw is Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was after we taped on Sunday, but he won 5 Grammys, 5-0. Not like us. Every Grammy that I was nominated for, he won.
Super Bowl halftime.
Super Bowl
He's
halftime.
having a hell of a week.
And
Yeah.
the whole crowd sang A minor
Yeah.
when they played the song.
And
It's
Drake's
pretty good.
quote was it from a Drake song where he said Kendrick opened his mouth, give him a Grammy?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Someone give him a Grammy right now.
That's tough.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a Canadian tuxedo. It
I
really
didn't
is.
see that
And yeah,
part.
it was like, oh, he won 5 Grammys. Oh, he's doing the Super Bowl in a week.
Has there ever been more of a like blowout subjective loss
It's insane.
No.
that the Kendrick Drake thing turned into? Like, obviously, art is entirely in the eye of the beholder, and different people can have differing opinions. But in this one thing where people can interpret it either any way they see fit, like this is as big of a blowout as you'll ever see.
They gave a diss
This
track,
is-
the record of the this is
Yeah.
the best song of the year.
Yeah.
In the entire.
And he made the
yeah.
song in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and here's the Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Good
you're
job,
going to have
Kendrick.
everyone say, probably you're going to have people sing the pedophile line.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a 9-0 soccer victory, and 3 of them were own goals.
Drake.
Drake's
He
probably good.
has to basically release the best song of all time.
I don't think it matters at this point.
I
I
think-
think he's
He's just cooked.
disappear.
I think Drake needs to sue everyone that's listened to the song.
He needs to disappear and make the best album ever that's like 10 of the best songs ever, and then maybe he has a chance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, PFT.
Good job, Hank.
Are we
Great
gonna
job.
talk? Are we gonna mention the Max story before the Lane interview? Because he's on my cool throne too.
Oh, no.
What?
Well, we can.
Jalen Hurts.
Well,
Oh.
Yeah, we went to the
was very
Eagles
funny.
hotel today. What happened with Jalen Hurts?
We were going to do Lane Johnson in the
Yeah, we were going to go do him.
going to interview Lane Johnson. Sorry. And Jalen Hurts was just happened to be walking by us in the hallway, and Max like hid behind a column, like
No,
he
I-
was not supposed to be. Like he's like, oh, Jalen Hurts, oh, and like hid behind a column, and then kind of peeked his head out to like look at him walk by.
You were like in the bushes.
It was so
Why-
funny.
why
It
were
was
you
so funny.
I was scared,
He's done merch collabs with us.
but it's
It was like he saw him and he was like,
quarterback. I was nervous. I was expecting to see him. We were standing right. It started off. I just stared at him, and then I think he saw me staring at him, and I was like, "This is awkward."
And you got your
and
red eyes
I just
still.
I just got scared and went behind this little pillar.
Max with his red eye. When is
stared at
your
him.
eye going to stop being red?
I don't know.
So what'd you think when you saw him?
He looked strong.
Yeah. Real
He-
strong?
Yeah, and he was walking well.
Yeah, I analyzed the
he was
gait.
walking strong,
He had
walking confidently,
no sight of a limp.
He's gonna fuck shit up on Sunday.
Yeah. Wait,
in a good way.
that's not really.
No, like I came here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, but fuck shit up could go.
No,
It could go
I came here to
poorly.
fuck shit up. That's like a
Okay.
saying.
He's going to hand the fuck out of the ball on Sunday.
And throw the football. He can do both.
And run the football.
And run the football.
He could do everything.
And score the football.
He said he said it's not the tush push, it's just a QB sneak.
yeah,
Said that in media night.
beast. Love
Beast.
him.
The Packers president said
Oh,
he
yeah.
hopes that it gets banned.
I think I was having this conversation with Jerry. Does he have the best goatee in sports right now?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Embrace debate.
Who?
Jalen
Easily.
Jalen Hurts?
We don't have a lot of relief pitcher goatees like we used to.
No.
That was like, it was part of the uniform code. back
Goatees
in
are
the
hard to
90s.
pull off.
Yeah,
They
He,
are.
he
really
pulls
are.
it off.
He does pull it off. You just passed over what PFT said.
I don't remember what he
The
said.
Packers president is trying to get the tush push banned.
Yeah, they're pussies.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's football.
Yeah. Be better.
Be better.
That's all I have to say.
If you don't like the tush push, don't let him get into tush push situations, or
Stop
keep
it.
Stop it.
keep breaking the rules until the referees threaten you with a touchdown.
Yeah, Lane,
That's what winners
Lane didn't
do.
like that.
No, he didn't.
No.
Okay, your hot seat cool throne. PFT?
My hot seat is the birds. Birds are on the hot seat.
The Ducks.
Yeah, because like 300 dead birds washed up ashore
Don't worry about
of
it.
Lake
It's
Michigan
nothing.
in Chicago. They said it's bird flu, maybe.
Oh, no.
Maybe-
Bro, that's the circle of life, man.
Yeah, it is.
Comes for all of us.
Carson Wentz just hanging out. Do you think he just shot all of them? I don't know. That seems like a lot of dead ducks.
What if Carson Wentz has to play in this game this weekend?
You're insane. Max has gone crazy right now.
Oh, my God.
That would actually
Carson
be
Wentz beats you.
unbelievable. I would almost.
Oh my God! Carson
Just-
Wentz beats you.
Despite the fact that like I need the Eagles
New
to win
favorite
for
storyline
everything,
just dropped.
if
Yeah.
I would root so hard. And that's fucked up to even say, but it would be so funny. It
just-
would-
$30,000.
But
by the
like
way.
you said
but
at the
Carson
end of this
Wentz
show,
beating you in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl would be, and it would also be like, because then I could be like, well, it's not even Patrick Mahomes. He's just a system quarterback.
we already taped FAQs earlier today, and you were like, "It can't get worse."
Oh, that would be.
That would get worse.
I would
That
come.
would be,
That would be worse.
that would be
You,
worse.
you said that like in a good way. You're like,
Yeah.
oh man.
No, I was just thinking about it. You said Carson Wentz, and I was like, oh, yeah, Carson Wentz plays for the Chiefs.
Yeah. What if they roll that little freak out there and he just drops 300 yards on you?
What if Patrick Mahomes goes out in the first quarter, and then Carson Wentz comes in and sprains both his ankles again, and then still wins?
Tough guy.
Yeah, that would stink.
Would that be the biggest sports story ever?
Ever,
Ever.
Ever?
ever,
Bigger than Luka.
ever.
OJ?
Nah.
That's not a sports story. That's
Yeah.
crime.
It's kind of a sports story.
Wait, he was athletic and fast.
He's a football player.
NASCAR maybe.
NASCAR.
Yeah, Max, that would be awesome. I hope now that's what I hope happens.
Yeah, no, I don't. I hope that doesn't happen. Sorry for interrupting you there.
Carson Wentz Super Bowl MVP.
All right, what's your cool throne?
My cool throne is litigation. Because Pat Riley has struck a
this,
deal with the NFL. So the term three-peat is trademarked by Pat Riley from back when the Lakers did it. And anytime a team wants to use the term three-peat, they got to pay Pat royalties. And the Chiefs, as we know,
They didn't get a three-peat, by the way. He got it when they had two, and they were going for their third and lost to the Pistons.
Yeah. So, but he did trademark it. So, yeah, Hank, it is sick that anytime somebody uses that officially,
It's crazy.
You got to kick up to the big man, Pat Riley. So the Chiefs obviously on the precipice of an unprecedented three-peat in the NFL, and they struck a deal with the NFL that they can put it on merchandise, the term three-peat, if the Chiefs win. Does that make you do the fingers, Max? The NFL seems like they wouldn't do this if they didn't already know that the Chiefs were going to win. What do you think about that, Max?
I don't know. I'm worried about winning.
And also
And
a little
Carson
bit about
Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
My other cool throne is style because I just downloaded the Temu app, and you can just buy anything on there. It all costs like $12, and so I'm just gonna load up on the highest fashion sense ever. And
I thought you were doing new stuff. I thought you were doing new fashion.
yeah, but they got
It sounds like you. It sounds like the PFT
dude,
of old.
They got high fashion haute couture on Temu, designer brands. I'm just gonna order.
Memes wanted
What
to get a couch off
designers?
Temu.
I don't know.
The Gap?
No, they're not. Dude, you don't know about Temu. I'm gonna be so swaggy when I get back from vacation. I'm gonna look like a new man, new clothes.
Sean John?
Yeah, whatever. Echo
I had a Sean John
Unlimited.
sweatshirt growing up.
Echo Unlimited. Get some some like
Or no,
ice
what
pick
was
earrings.
what was Diddy's?
I don't know.
Fubu?
It was Sean
No.
John?
Sean John.
Sean
yeah.
John, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm probably not gonna wear that. Yeah. I did get oiled up the other day though.
You did.
I'm a
Diddy.
smoothest man in the podcast biz.
All right.
PMTV.
My hot seat, PMTV, watch it. My hot seat is college football because we have this from, there's a Twitter account called Board Geniuses, which is a great follow because they basically just get all the crazy conspiracy theories and everything from all the message boards.
Nothing, dude.
No. Well, hot seat college football because I think this is from Pitt Panthers, so it's from the Panther Lair message board. It's called the Underground Talent Railroad. Step 1, self-awareness. Pitt, Maryland, Syracuse, BC, and Rutgers all take an honest look at themselves and think, wow, as college football programs go, we are freaking depressing. Step 2, collusion. While individually we make our fans want to bathe with electronic appliances, maybe we can be something collectively. Step 3, teamwork. Let's create a network where we're all transparent with each other. Every fifth year, each one of us can take its turn having the A team. In the first season, Pitt gets to have the 22 best players between the 5 programs. In the second season, Syracuse gets the best 22, and so on and so forth. We will use unlimited transfers to our benefit, and all players who commit to these 5 schools will be well aware of the deal in place. Playing on the A team in a given season will be a great privilege. Step 4, Natty.
I don't hate it.
I love it.
I actually don't hate it at all.
I love it.
And
I love it.
Yeah, so is collusion even illegal?
I don't know. Is it?
Who's going to enforce it?
I think you can collude.
You can do whatever you want.
Collusion and collabing.
Good
Good
point.
point, yeah.
They're just collabing.
Yeah.
It's just a hardcore collab.
The most ambitious crossover event of all time. Syracuse, Pitt, who else?
Syracuse. Oh, I minimized it. I think it was Syracuse, Pitt,
Rutgers.
Rutgers, and Boston College, and I don't know who the 5th team was. Sorry.
But in reality, if you were to take like the all-star teams from those schools and put them together on one team, I still don't think that they're going to sniff
Yeah, it
a
would
national
still
championship.
you probably would just get like a better bowl game.
Maybe get into the playoff.
Maryland was the other team.
Okay.
The Underground Talent Railroad.
Yeah, I don't know why they had to go there.
Yeah.
Just stick with like serious collusion.
Yeah. Well, here's another one for my cool throne. This just happened. Dennis Schroeder from the Warriors said the trade deadline is like modern slavery. Luka Doncic deal shouldn't be allowed. I don't know how that would be my
because
cool
he's
throne.
had to play with like 6 teams in 7 years or 5 years. That was part of it.
I'm not.
He's like, I've had to play for 5 teams in 6 years.
I'm not a history buff. Mm-hmm. So maybe you guys can help me. Did slaves get paid?
No.
Okay. Do NBA players get paid?
They do.
Probably not that much.
I do. Yeah. I don't know. How was this quote? I'm trying to find.
Did you
the
get
whole-
dunk centled?
No. It's on CBS Sports.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a quote.
I think what he was trying to say is that it sucks to get traded.
It's like modern slavery.
Mm-hmm.
It's modern slavery at the end of the day. Everybody can decide where you're going, even if you have a contract. Yeah, of course, you make a lot of money. We can feed our families, but at the end of the day, if they say you're not coming to work tomorrow, you're going over there, they can decide that. They got to change that a little bit.
Isn't that part of the contract?
And that's also how trades work.
And there's also a thing as if you're good enough, you can get a no trade clause.
Yes.
Where you can control where you're going.
It's kind of crazy that the organization can tell you, we want you to be team first, but you're going over there. It's a lot. I feel like Dennis Schroeder just figured out how sports work.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair point
Yeah.
to be like, yeah, it personally kind of sucks when you get traded.
Here's another thing. In the NBA, you have guaranteed contracts. So unlike a regular job where you can be fired and just not paid, the NBA, even if you get traded, you still get paid.
Yeah, it's true.
So
It's not a bad gig.
what are you saying, Mitch?
Dennis Schroeder, all-time bag fumbler.
All-time what?
Bag fumbler.
Yeah.
He had the $12.4 million deal with the Lakers and opted out and bet on himself and got like a $1-point-something million deal.
That's got to be real
Free
kick in the dick when you're like, I'd like to bet on myself. And
Yeah.
then the casino tells you, yeah, turns out you suck.
Oh, shit. You bet on yourself? Oh, you're a loser.
Yeah. Craps.
Yeah. Damn. Max, you have a hot seat, cool throne?
Yeah, mine are bad.
Oh, no.
Should I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast. Yeah, I actually will. I'm going to say this in defense of Max. For the first time all week, I think he's actually locked in.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit concerned about him.
You didn't let me
Why?
finish. Locked in on trying to fight off his hangover.
That's not true. Not true.
I asked him this morning if he went out last night. He goes, "Oh yeah."
End of the show, I was pretty. We did the end of the show this morning.
Yeah.
I was pretty hungover.
You look great now,
Right now, I feel.
Yeah, the
good.
red eye is really healing.
Well, I have a red eye.
Hank has
That's
done thousands of podcasts with deep red eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So hot seat. Kevin Durant might get traded.
Oh.
That was my hot seat.
Okay. Per
Wow.
Max.
That's never happened.
No, they said that they're listening to phone calls on Kevin Durant.
Got it.
And there's a bunch of guys that are doing that now.
If
Listen to
Warriors-
phone calls.
Well, the Warriors are trying
the
to
week
trade
of trade
for-
deadline week.
Yeah.
I know. It's trade deadline week.
I'll say this. If
I got a text from a random number that Jimmy Butler and Jay Rich are going to the Heat. Confirmed. It said this is a random source. but
It's
this
real
is-
thing?
Butler's
He's on the
on the Heat.
I mean the Suns.
Oh.
Apologies.
But Bradley Beal has to waive his no trade.
Listen, this is what a random ass text sent me.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
trust that guy.
Okay. So
Um,
Kevin Durant, there's So
listening.
So Kevin, it's the trade deadline, and
Yep.
Kevin Durant might be traded.
That's what
This
people
is
are
a novel
saying.
concept.
So
Paul George. Also, the Warriors are trying to trade for Paul George,
Oh, okay.
if Nico calls,
and Caleb Martin also got
Didn't
traded.
Paul George
Yeah,
just
get
sign?
Caleb Martin out of the East. Fuck him.
Yeah, what?
He just signed with the Sixers.
Yeah, they traded him.
Oh, okay.
Quentin Grimes.
All right.
but you're just saying names now.
Quentin Grimes and the Sixers.
Yeah,
Caleb Martin and the Mavs.
but
Max is making me feel better.
Yeah, he is. Are you cool, Tyrone?
if you get a call from Nico right
I
now,
don't
though,
feel
if
great,
you're a
but I feel like
GM,
I'm not like that.
you're like
No, I feel
you're
good.
so excited to pick up that call.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that would be the best time for Nico to get a great trade off.
Yeah.
because everyone thinks he's a fucking moron.
Everyone said he got fleeced. Quentin Grimes is like younger and better than Caleb Martin.
That's the big fleecing that they're talking
Celtic
about.
killer
yeah.
though.
Celtic killer, true.
All right. Yeah, cool throwing us.
Cool
Hank
throwing.
is right because we're not what you are right now.
Wrong. Cool thrown. Giants. Jameis to the Giants, according to Saquon.
Yeah.
That's it. Done. Finito. Play the ads.
Let's get to our interviews. Lane Johnson and then Jameis Winston. Okay, before we get to Lane Johnson, a quick word from our friends at Chevy. Chevy has packed more capability into the Silverado Trail Boss so that you can pack more fun into your weekend. Have yourself a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the truck that says no to nothing. Tailgates, spontaneous camping trips, DIY projects, bring it on. What about a cross-country road trip? Silverado was the perfect ride for last year's Grit Week out west. Recently, they helped us give fullbacks the recognition they deserve with the Low Man Award. Well, the Silverado Trail Boss is built like a fullback. We're talking 495 pounds per foot of torque. Hold on to your sodas, Max. Plus, the Trail Boss gives you an extra 2-inch lift. So maybe Hank can finally dunk. Silverado brings a grit, then pairs it with all the latest truck tech inside and out. The result, a truck that can do it all. Then show up on Monday with a story to tell. So learn more about the Silverado Trail Boss at Chevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. We're also brought to you by our friends at Mountain Dew. Grab a Baja Blast, Max. Had a blast, a refreshing tropical lime flavor to your game
one,
day
Max.
with Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Mountain Dew Baja Blast is part of my game day ritual. We get into the gambling cave every Sunday. We're going to miss football Sundays. We're going to miss having the Mountain Dew Baja Blast with football Sundays, but we're going to still drink Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It's the best way to sit down and enjoy a game, the big matchup. The tropical lime flavor Mountain Dew Baja Blast is as refreshing as hitting a parlay or a game-winning kick or a 98-yard pick six. Max, imagine this. Close your eyes. Super Bowl Sunday. You're in the stadium. The Eagles just got a pick six. And then you take a swig of your Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Sounds like a dream.
That might be you might reach nirvana in that moment.
Sounds like a dream.
Be screaming at Jalen Hurts again. tell him how much you love
No.
him.
Yeah.
How much you love him.
How much
Yeah.
you love him. Yeah. Ride the Baja
A
wave on
full-throated
game day.
endorsement.
Ride the Baja wave on game day and grab Mountain Dew Baja Blast for you and your crew wherever refreshing beverages are sold. Okay, here he is, Elaine Johnson. Okay, we now welcome on a very, 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 very special guest. It is future Hall of Famer, Lane Johnson.
How's that sound?
How's that sound? That sounds pretty good. Future Hall of Famer Lane Johnson ahead of his third Super Bowl appearance here in New Orleans. Let's start with that. 3 Super Bowls, pretty crazy to go to. You have one. You're 1-1. This is the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to feel pretty crazy, especially the fact that you've done it with, like, I think I was reading, it's like you and Jake Elliott and maybe one other person.
BG and Rick.
Yeah.
Lovato.
And so it's just like you guys are the holdovers from the Super Bowl win, and then you
Yeah.
went to another one, and now you're here the third. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, the season takes so long to develop and play out, but by the December, you kind of know that your team's in a good positive state. So, man, we struggled a little bit early, but after that, man, we were off and rolling. And yeah, man, third, it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't plan on it, but hey, while we're here, let's have a good time and win this thing.
You mentioned the struggle because there was that story that during the bye week, you guys, who was it? It was you and a couple other guys went to Nick and were just basically like, hey, like, let's run the fucking ball. We can pound this, and we're like, let's get this out of the mud, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like similar to what we did in 21 when we played Detroit and went from like really throwing the ball heavy to like a lot of run play action. And then Saquon will bust for like 70. It's like, just toss him the damn ball.
Yeah.
That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
first play from scrimmage in the NFC Championship game. It's like, okay, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to roll on.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, you never plan on it, but his ability to just, and my ability to just head straight to the bench and when it's not even done. As an older guy now, so I get kind of criticized from laziness.
No, your offensive line in that game, it was impressive to watch. Like, you guys are some tough motherfuckers.
Well, some big, like I'm like the second smallest.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Jurgens and myself, so we got some monsters.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Cam was playing, the way that Landon Dickerson was playing, especially after getting injured in that first half, like that was, you guys left it all on the field. It was impressive.
Yeah, Landon, man, he might be the toughest guy I know. He's had, I don't know how many surgeries, but in college, and then he could do the splits and all sorts. I got a video, y'all got to see if I can have time to find it. Him at Jack Driscoll's wedding, him doing the fucking splits and the worm.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
if we have time, maybe we can get to, it's kind of not safe for work, but hey.
Wait, so when you see that, when like Landon Dickerson and then Cam Jurgens, who he's got the back injury, Landon goes out, does it make you all as like a unit be like, we just got to be tougher than everyone because guys are playing like Cam Jurgens his back is like broken and he's like, all right, I guess I'm in.
I've only seen him on the Bosu ball for like the past 2 weeks, like sitting on the motherfucker, like sprawled out at practice. What's the play?
but it's got to make everyone feel like we got to
yeah.
just get even tougher.
Yeah, man, those guys, they are. But I think just how with stout coaches and just guys in the past, like Kels never missed a game, played lots of games, and he always had something that was going on. But I don't know, it's part of the position, I guess.
Yeah. Are you feeling healthy? Because I remember last time in 2022 when we came and visited you Super Bowl week, you had like 6 different injuries that should have sidelined anyone else.
Yeah, I pretty much had a C-section.
Yeah, I know. You definitely downplayed it too. You're just like, no, I'm all right.
No, it wasn't like it hurt initially, and then after a few weeks of, kind of died down. But after I had the surgery, the groin surgery, was not good.
Yeah, and you had your foot too. It was you had a foot injury as well, I think, going to that.
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
but it was major up there.
The pain.
A little bit north. Yeah.
So are we good now though? We're feeling.
Yeah,
healthy?
we're good, man. I feel no bruises, dinks, dents.
That's good. So you had a hernia? Is that what it was?
Groin. I tore both groins. So my left
both
one.
groins?
Well, I tore my left one in Dallas, and they did the other side, and they said it was already so. It must have been torn. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean,
but my right side didn't hurt. It was on my left.
yeah, I feel like if you have 2 injuries, your body only really focuses on one at a time.
But
Right? Like it's hard to feel pain in 2 places.
I took it one day at a time. I promise.
So wait, so you wouldn't have known that you already had torn your groin if you didn't tear the other part of your groin?
I think because I didn't I wasn't in any pain. But
That's crazy.
When I felt the left one, it popped and I felt it roll up. It felt like a cramp, and then after the adrenaline wore off. Hey, wasn't a cramp.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But you're feeling good now. Ready
Feeling
to
good
roll?
now, yeah. I still got scars, but hey.
Would you lie to us
Keep
if
our
you weren't
scars.
feeling good now?
No, I mean, other than this damn pinky I've had for 3 weeks, I don't, I didn't get it X-rayed, but hey.
Yeah, you can't do anything for a pinky.
Yeah.
No,
It
just
is
give
what
it
it
a
is.
tape it up, give it a buddy
Yeah,
finger.
buddy tape it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And are you? How many more years you got left? Because people keep saying
they
that. I don't
keep
know why
asking.
that's a story.
How much money they got left?
Okay. All right. I like that.
That's a
I
good
like
answer.
that. But you're not.
I'm not retiring after this game. I said, yeah.
Okay.
What if you?
No matter what.
What if you get Super Bowl MVP?
That'd be pretty sick.
We'll give those guys a drug test and see.
That would rock though.
Saquon.
Yeah, Saquon
I got
gets
3
like,
touchdowns.
Saquon gets 250 yards, but you have like 7 pancakes on all those runs. You just dominate people. Offensive lineman MVP. That'd be fun to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might just take it from him eventually from his house. He wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? He's got so many.
Was there a part of you that wanted Saquon to play Week 18? Where you're just like, because I mean, it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, no, we talked about it. But then, like we had the year before, AJ got hurt in that game when we had to go play Tampa and couldn't play. So it's like we wanted the record, but hey, if you go out there and get something happens to Saquon, they're going to be off with your head around here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah. I mean,
But
it's your
yeah,
year.
the way I see it, I feel like carries matter. So
Yep.
he would have needed 30-something more carries to do what Dickerson did for yards. But either way, it's like we're at a point in the season. It's like, okay, now 2000's in front of us. It's close. It's attainable. But it's like nothing that you plan on at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until he runs for like 250
Yeah.
one game, you're like, hey, fuck, he could really do this.
And it's crazy because your rookie year, LaShawn McCoy,
Yeah, and it felt similar like that. But
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a rushing record or title. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Until he bought us some watches.
Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, hey, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and to get how many yards did he finish up with?
I think
this
he's
year?
16 something, I believe, for that year.
Yeah, it was like a little over 1,600.
What about for this year?
For LaShawn?
For this year,
Shady.
Yeah,
I think
2013.
Yeah, 2013. Saquon's would be what 2,00003 yards or whatever.
Yeah,
he
it's
touched
cool
with.
2005 because it was exactly 1,000
Yeah, that's
over
right.
Stephen Chase.
16.
2005.
Okay, and it's cool that he got it in 16 games too. So you can
Yeah.
say like, hey, you can stack this up. This is an incredible season.
Didn't they
no matter
really
what.
just mess with the record book holders
Yeah,
adding
I
this
know.
extra game?
I know.
I mean, damn it.
Everything.
If,
Hey, it's about to be moved to 18.
so if-
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's when you got to get out.
they announced they announced the Super Bowl dates today, and in 2027, I think it's going to be in LA, and it's going to be on President's Day weekend. Oh, which means probably 18
worked
games
it
at
in.
that point.
Yeah.
They were scheming.
They're
Yeah,
scheming. They care
they're
about player safety though.
Yeah.
Player safety first and foremost.
Yeah.
Number one.
Hey, I do have to wear the mushroom.
The
Guardian
Guardian
cap?
cap?
The Guardian
Yeah.
cap over whenever I'm in practice, but in games I'm good.
Does that help?
Scientifically, probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe in practice it reduces some of the like small hits that add up. But yeah.
Yeah, but in practice, I mean, run days like Wednesdays when we pad up, we'll hit. And other than that, it's mostly using hands.
Yeah. So if you were to compare this Eagles team to the other two Eagles Super Bowl teams, who wins? Like if this team against the Nick Foles team.
Good question.
Thank you.
I don't know. It's hard to
That's not really a good question.
It's hard to compete with a man who speaks soft and carries a big stick.
Well said. Do you want some crazy Lane Johnson stats?
Sure.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to finish.
Yeah.
How they stack up. Well, I feel like we had like a blend to be great for all three teams. I feel like we may be more talented than last year's Super Bowl. I don't know if it's as talented as 17. That's still the best team until, if we win this one, prove otherwise. So that's how I see it. But both, you had like older vets, a bunch of young, like Qs, like just super freak rookies, and Cooper. So.
And this is also, it's kind of similar. I know that it was a little different that the Patriots won a Super Bowl, then lost to you guys, then won a Super Bowl. But that would have been a three-peat, and now you're trying to stop another three-peat.
Yeah, but either way, they're in the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
It seems like the
But
past
yeah,
five of the last 6 years. So, yeah, man. But with all those teams, they don't make very many mistakes.
Yeah.
And
You guys
they
got to be
are-
the Dragon
they are,
Slayers.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
I remember was it week 1 against the Ravens, the Chiefs? They were calling a lot of those false starts on the Ravens on the tackles.
And
They were making sure to let them know.
it was mine and Juwan Taylor's fault for all this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Do you think that the refs are going to be out to get you?
Well, hell, I told him to go talk to my parole officer, Jason Peters. He's the one that told me how to fucking beat the snap. Just call this number.
I feel like Big Dom on the sideline just looking at the refs. They'll take care of a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, just go talk to Dom.
All right, you ready for the Lane Johnson stats?
Let's go.
On Sunday, Lane Johnson will become only the third offensive tackle in NFL history to make 6 Pro Bowls, 2 first-team All-Pros, and start in 3 Super Bowls. And the other 2 guys did it like 40 years ago. So you're the first guy to do it in 40 years. And then the crazy one, I'm sure you've seen it, and I know it's a team game, but since you got to the Eagles, when you're not on the field, the Eagles are 15-23. When you're on the field, they're 102-55. That's insane.
We've done pretty good.
That's fucking insane. It's like so there's 650 win percentage with you playing, 395 without you playing.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good. Do you see those stats and you're like, oh, okay.
Man, the stats I care about is the hurries, the pressures,
Which you
the
don't give
sacks.
up any.
Yeah, but you do, whatever you do, they're tallied. You guys, oh, look at that. So,
PFF grade?
yeah, so it's like I'm not even trying to press stout no more. I'm trying to fucking get my PFF grade so I can fucking party. Like party like I want to. Yeah. But no, man, I feel like I just, especially over these last few years, like I felt like when I had the injury, like when I was 29, 30, I feel like I had some really good years taken away from me. So like my sense of urgency the past few is like, well, I'm in my 30s now. Let's fucking it's now or never. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's really what it is. And we have a lot of fun, but we have a lot of talented guys in the room. Like Makai being that big inside makes passing off stunts so much easier. Landon, Jordan, and our style of offense this year, like so much run play action versus just straight shotgun rushing the snapper. It changes things for us.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy pass blocking?
Yeah, when they call it quick protection.
Yeah.
Some boots. No, I don't mind it, but I do. It's like going into a boxing match. A pass block is you dodging punches and making sure nothing happens, and then run blocking is, hey, I'm fucking throwing a haymaker back. Let's go.
Yeah, right. When you
That's
get
how I
in
see it.
space, like a big
Yeah.
angry dog, and you just start running downhill at somebody, that looks like that's fun.
Yeah, it is, and especially when we're organized and everybody's on the same page, and it just looks like a wave on film, and then Saquon just, he does creates his own waves and lanes. But yeah, it's fun, man. We have a lot of fun with Stout, and I was telling y'all about him earlier, but he's the catalyst to everything, I feel like.
Yeah. Were you guys mad at Saquon when he hurled someone backwards? I mean, it was the coolest play ever, but it also was like, don't do that. That's a bad idea.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched all the Barry Sanders highlights, but that's about the only thing I think I haven't seen Barry Sanders do was do that. So I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah.
I was on the other side of the field, and I saw it, like, obviously after the game, but I was looking at the scoreboard, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Did that just happen?
How many times did you guys watch it in film?
Oh,
that
so
week?
many times. It's like, how'd you see this? But no, it's crazy, man, and he's a lot of fun. He's a great locker room guy. He's loves golf. I don't know if you know, he loves golf, and that's all he wants to do. So really the first day he came in, we all went, a bunch of guys on the team, and went golfing and went from there.
What's his game like?
That day he played pretty well. There's times where he struggles. He gets super critical of himself, and he comes back the next day like nothing happened.
What did he get you guys this year? What did Jalen get you guys?
They got us nice watch.
Okay.
They got us the golf carts.
Oh.
The golf carts
Golf carts are
that's a
sick.
good
That's
gift.
sick.
Yeah.
They're sick. Yeah.
You got it at the Bro Barn? How's the Bro Barn doing?
It's doing good. Baldy's in there deadlifting about every Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
So awesome.
So Sean comes over there a lot. Sean Brady, he
Yeah.
trains a lot. So during the season, like I'm in there sometimes, but mostly I'm at the working out. But my trainer Gabe, I don't know if Gabe Rangel, but anyways, he trains a bunch of guys in there. So.
Yeah.
I feel like Baldy watches more film than most coaches.
That's all he loves it. He's like Gruden.
Yeah.
He's like one of those guys that he's not going to watch the weather. He's not going to watch Netflix. He's watching fucking Outside Zone.
Yeah. Perfectly said.
Coming up with nicknames for guys.
Yeah.
With the Saquon hurdle, did you go up to him the first time you saw it on the video board? Were you like, dude, you just fucking jumped over that guy backwards? Did you
That's what I'm
ask
saying.
him?
Like I know in the past I would have definitely. I think I dapped him up, but I probably just went to the bench and just sat down and.
Like, I'm glad he's on our team.
Yes,
There are a lot of-
because I was on the other sideline a lot when he did that. I remember his first time we played him. In New York, and he had a hurdle over one of our guys, and I was going. He could be pretty good.
Yeah, good call. Good scouting. We have
That was it's a good scouting moment by me.
there are some NFL analysts out there that said that Saquon was not a top tier running back going into the season. What would you say to those people?
Put your name to where your quote is, buddy. I hate the anonymous. Just say it. Hey, who you work for?
His name's Stephen Che. He works at Barstool Sports.
He said, don't draft him because he's only had one season in his career that he's gone over 1,005 yards. And I don't know why he picked 1,005. Makes me think maybe he had a couple seasons where he had 1,003. But then he had 1,000 yards more than that.
So now he's got 2,000 or 3,000 yards.
Yeah.
So
This is also the same analyst that said that the Tush Push should be banned,
Yes.
and that he hopes that Jalen Hurts gets injured doing the Tush
Yeah.
Push.
Well,
Same analyst.
When I can't find my car keys, after 20 minutes of searching for them, hey, I kind of agree with him.
Tush Push. Yeah, do you, when they call it, are you just like, oh, here we go again? But you know it's going to work.
No, not when they call it. It's like when you have a Washington goal line situation.
Yeah, that rocked.
Yeah. And they're just jumping over.
I mean,
Yeah.
we saw a loophole.
No, it is fun, but if you do get rocked, there's sometimes where you just.
Do you like, though, watching other teams try it and fail? Because you're like, that's I think the part that people miss is like, people say, oh, we want the Tush Push banned. No one does it like the Eagles.
Yeah, well, like Mulata's really good. I'm okay at it, but like it really starts like the center, the wedge, and having guard. Like Landon's, you've seen Landon. Landon's a monster.
Yeah.
Makai's a monster, and but I feel like Brady was really good with it with the
Yeah, it's true.
Patriots.
Yeah.
It was really
But like
good.
Josh Allen, the Bills were doing it. They were
Yeah.
getting stuffed.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for Chris Jones.
yeah.
Yeah. Big stick.
Yeah.
Speak softly.
Yes. Yeah. I don't speak much.
No. Landon just gets lower than everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know
like
how
I
he
said,
does it.
after I show you this video, I'll show you him getting about as low as you can get.
So when Frankie Louva was jumping over and he was doing it a couple times, what was he saying after he would land?
I'll tell you what, like they'll talk some to the linemen, but it's mostly like everybody has their feuds going on. Like the DBs and receivers, they got their own fights out there. And I don't get to hear any of the conversations. And then like the running backs, Saquon, Frankie, Bobby, like they have their own dialogue going in the game.
Yeah.
So that's a good question.
What would if the refs had said we want to award you guys a touchdown, would you have done the honorable thing and say we decline? We'd like to settle this on the field like men.
I decline that. I like to settle it with a fresh new set of downs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe if you do the same penalty like 4 times in a row, we'll give you the first down at this point.
Go change that in the rule book in the new CBA.
Yeah. I think we asked you this last time before the Super Bowl. What color Gatorade do you guys like to drink? Just curious.
I like the one with all the red 3s in it.
Okay.
I'm trying to get them all in me before RFK gets it about here. So that goes for the reds. That goes for, I guess, for the purples.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
But typically on the sideline, what's in that cooler?
Yeah. What is
It's
it
usually like, I think lemon lime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Yellow, usually.
Yeah.
Very
Some clear
interesting.
though as well. So there's just water.
Yeah, no, there's definitely water. Then you have Gatorade, and then you have thing we call Levelin. It's like it's a hydration specialist. They put, I guess, more salt in it.
But if you were to like grab one at the
Yeah.
end of the game and like dump it on someone, like, would you do like the lemon lime?
yeah, I mean that's what's going to be in the cups. I'm not sure
Okay.
what's going to be in this.
Yeah,
cooler.
but I'm just saying, like, Big Cat brought up all those great stats about you and your illustrious
I-
career. I feel like
you give me some blue Kool-Aid mix or whatever, I can make it blue for you. I'll go do that.
Make it a color no one's ever seen.
We can't even identify this. All bets are off.
All right, so I told you this when we were texting, but I was texting a wrong Lane Johnson number for the past
how
year.
long?
I think it was a year. It was January 9th, 2024. So, but the reason why I thought I was still texting you is it started with in January 9th, 2024, my computer released the power rankings.
Okay.
So there's computer power rankings. The Eagles were in the super ass category.
Okay.
And you replied on Twitter, dang, bro. And I was like, shit, he's pissed at me. I don't want Lane Johnson pissed at me. So I texted you and I said,
Thanks, Brian.
I was like, fuck, I didn't think you'd see the power rankings, maybe the start of the championship DVD. And the person replied, this is no longer Lane's number. And I was like, oh, he's just fucking with me. Like,
He's an asshole.
yeah, he just doesn't want to reply.
He's salty.
And then it went on where I was just like texting you some more. And then on NFC Championship game, I said, congrats, seeing Nola. And I sent you a video of Max spitting on the camera, and the guy just replied, "This is not Lane." And I was like, "Wait a second, I've just been texting the wrong Lane Johnson." And then I texted Chris, and he was like, "Yeah, he had a new number a year ago." So
did the guy identify himself?
No, he's just not
Who he was?
Lane.
Okay.
But does the guy? He must get a lot of texts for Lane
he must.
if he's ready to
I'm
be
just
like.
surprised, son of a bitch. This is the last time
right.
you're going to ask me.
You send him a picture of Lane.
Yeah, I will.
And
I'll
be
send
like,
him
hey,
a picture.
Hey, having a lot of fun talking to you right now, Lane.
Where's my name tag? I'll show him my name tag.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him a text right now, and be like,
Lane
"Great
want-
time hanging with you."
Lane
They don't
wants
even
his
say
number back.
they didn't put Lane on. They put fucking David Johnson, my first name. So
yeah.
might think I'm a fake.
All right, here, just yeah. All right, I'm gonna text him right now. And I'm gonna say, great time hanging out today.
Well, your first name's David.
Great time hanging out.
Your first name's
today.
David.
Yeah, they probably spent about 2 minutes thinking of that one.
Yeah.
No, my dad's David. His middle name is Earl, and so they built mine up a little bit with Lane. So
Lane Johnson is a much better name for an offensive lineman.
yeah, David
Yeah.
Johnson would have been 1970s,
Yeah, be a basketball player, maybe.
1980s.
Yeah.
That's an oil field name.
So have other people said they've been texting the wrong lane? Have you got
I
anyone
got
else?
about 500 messages. I don't. It is the biggest stress.
But
Yeah.
it's so funny because it's like normally that happens where people have to change the
Yeah.
numbers. But the fact that it happened
Yeah.
right after the power rankings, and I was like, oh, he's fucking with me.
No,
he's
it's-
just pretending to not know who I am.
It's happened with some friends, and they're like, "You fucking asshole! I've been trying to get a hold of you for 2 or 3 years, and you don't ever reply." They see me, and they're fucking super pissed.
I love it. I just was like, damn, I really fucked up. Lane Johnson's mad at me. Turns out it was just some random dude who I've been bothering.
And he's still mad.
So when Big Cat's computer released those power rankings, you were actually mad though. Like super ass is not good.
Super ass not good.
I don't know if you're going to air this, but I don't run my Twitter. I don't have the password to it. So all that stuff is Brian Brackey, my marketing guy. So he actually runs that as me.
Okay, so
smart.
Brian was pissed at me.
Huh?
Brian was pissed at me with the dang.
He-
Also,
He understands traction. He
Yeah, but
understands the
hold
system.
on.
He's trying to be a part of the algorithm.
in defense of my computer rankings,
He's in the Matrix.
In defense of my computer rankings, you guys were the computer said super ass, and then you lost to the Bucks in the first round. Like the computer was right.
He was
The
right.
computer was dead right last year.
Dead ass.
You guys have been Super
dead
Bowl
ass.
contenders all year this year. Last
Yeah.
year, the computer was right.
Yeah, no, the only time I gotten mad with Art was a couple years ago. Like ESPN was like, he gets credit for being a noisy player. So for the whole next year, I didn't talk to the media once. Luckily, they didn't fire me, but I didn't say shit. I didn't.
Wow.
What does that mean, noisy player?
Yeah,
He gets credit for talking a lot.
that's crazy.
Well, if you're in the media, you should want guys like that.
yeah, like ESPN should want.
Well,
people
fuck, I
talking.
didn't think I was. I mean, I talked a lot of shit way back in 17 when I made some stupid comments.
Well,
but
no,
fuck.
that,
No,
by the way, we'll
valid.
have your. We made those comments. You got screwed by us, which is a testament that you still come on with us because we played that back. We basically said, like, isn't it more fun to play for the Eagles? And then everyone just took it and we're like, Lane Johnson would rather win one Super Bowl with the
6
Eagles.
years
than
later,
six.
whatever it is.
So that was our fault.
I'm sorry about all the nasty things I said, Patriots Nation. I was an undisciplined child whose tongue got the best of me.
But even if you had said that, what's the big deal with saying that? Like, we had fun.
Yeah, they probably had fun too, putting the rings on, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was probably because the first time we've done it, and who's this guy to say anything
Yeah.
about having a championship mentality when all he has is one?
I
we
thought-
still only have one.
Listen,
you know.
I won
So
a
I
Super Bowl.
had to eat some crow, but hey, it didn't taste too bad.
It was our fault, though. If I won a Super Bowl, I'd just talk shit for an entire year.
I'd probably retire. If I was a rookie and won a Super Bowl, see you.
Yeah,
Peace.
yeah, until you get home and your fucking meemaw's there. Damn, those Bucks beat the shit out of you, didn't they, baby?
Big Cat's computer was right. You're super ass.
This fucking woman, I'm going back. I'm playing next year.
You're not retiring after this game. That'd be fun. Well, not funny, but if you just waited till like preseason game 1 and then retired.
Yeah, this shit,
Like I said, I wasn't gonna retire.
that would be funny. It's just you got to let the guys upstairs know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, so coming in this year after being super ass last year,
Yeah.
when did you realize that you were no longer super ass?
probably after about 4 wins after we started 2-2. But those games, like, the Falcons game was very close.
Yeah.
One against Washington was really close there. So, I mean, everything was really competitive for the most part, but we found a way to get out of our own way and fucking hand the ball to Saquon and score some touchdowns.
Yeah. And that Bucks game at the end of September, you guys, I think that was the last time you guys lost a game that Jalen played the full game. Like, so
Yeah.
you guys ripped off a ton of wins, whereas, like, now they're healthy, they're ready to go.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's part of it. And, earlier parts of the season, I mean, you don't know what you don't know as far as running play-wise, so you got to see what the team's most, comfortable running, and after a few weeks, you kind of find out, what you're doing.
Yeah. Wait, is there a moment in a game where you just know that, like, the defensive line is so gassed and you're like, this fucking rocks? Like, they're done. They're cooked.
Yeah, when we're running it, like especially like 4 minute, we're trying to run the clock out. They know we're running it, and we had to get a new fresh down so we can nil it or take it down. So
Yeah, what was that? Was it the
Well, it's
Ravens
like-
or
I
the
mean,
Steelers game
yeah.
where you guys had the ball for like
Might have been-
14
might have been the
minutes?
Steelers.
Yeah, 14
but
minutes.
it was a battle. I mean,
Yeah.
TJ's out there just fucking,
yeah.
bringing hell on earth. But their whole, I feel like that game physically was probably the most like tired I was all season.
You guys ran a drive that I think was like 15 plays, 11
That
minutes.
and but we actually threw the ball a lot that game too.
Yeah.
So we were, You got Cam Hayward and Herbig and Highsmith, so pretty good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
I went back and looked at some of the stats because we always talk about Dan Campbell as being like the fourth down guy, or Dan
Yeah.
Quinn too sometimes. It's like the Dans are known for being super aggressive on fourth down.
Yeah.
Your coach, Nick Sirianni, is right up there with anybody. And he actually, if you look at when he goes for it, I think he's secretly a nerd. I think he knows, like, he's got the analytics. He knows the numbers and percentages. So, like, does he communicate that to you?
Yeah.
Like, here are the exact scenarios where we're going to end up going for it.
Yeah, well, I think just analytics, their purpose is to be there for those when those calls come up. So I feel like they do a good job communicating, especially when the call's up, headset, hey, let's go, let's make that decision. Sometimes it's risky, but hey, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's got to be
until you lose, but
yeah, and you can also do the tush push twice in a row if it's like 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
Just do it twice and get a first down.
we should do it first down.
Yeah. Do you think you could go up and down the entire field just tush pushing? Like if you had to, right? Let's say AJ, he dropped the book
we'd
on
have
his
to rotate
foot.
the guys in just doing a line, just a rotation. But yeah,
I
you can do it.
feel like you could if you had to. Ball.
That's what
in the
y'all should
25.
start a tush push bowl.
Yeah.
Just saw nothing but tush pushes.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
All right, so I told you before the backstory of this video I'm going to play you. We went out to dinner on Monday night. All like a bunch of people. I took a bunch of people out. 25 of us in a room.
25
Barstool
guys?
people. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a big dinner.
2 women.
It was a big moment.
Yeah, it was a big moment.
2 women.
Yeah, 2 women. It was a great ratio. So we had we played a game where we put everyone's name in a hat, and we pulled the names out. And if your name got pulled, you had to give a speech. And we did this for probably like 9 or 10 people. First 9 people, like all their speeches were really heartfelt. Like love Barstool, love like this is a dream job, love everyone in this room.
Yeah, just
real nice stuff.
Just pouring their hearts out.
Yeah,
to you.
right. We're all a little drunk, sappy stuff. Then Max is the 10th person, and he decided to just give a pump up speech for the Eagles. So I want you to. I'm going to play it, and then you tell me how you feel about Max's pump up speech.
Okay.
Right?
However, every single person could say that they were bested by Patrick Mahomes. Yes. Every team in the NFL could say that. However, it only takes one night to beat Patrick Mahomes. One night. Why not this Sunday night? Yeah. Why not? We have the better trenches. Yeah. We have the better running back. Yeah. We have the better defense. Yeah. At the end of the day, defense wins championships. All right? So Sunday night. We will fight, and the Philadelphia Eagles will return as Super Bowl champs. Let me get a go bird.
This is a room full of people that don't care about the Eagles. He's getting us all
To the
pumped
room
up.
that fucking hates the Eagles, but I thought it was crisp. There was no stutters.
Yep.
It was right to the point.
Little too many uses.
Rambling. I was rambling.
No,
it's fine.
it was
It's
good.
fine.
I thought the pauses were good. He's like, we got the better trenches.
Yeah.
And then people were like, amen.
He was educating them.
Yeah. It
On
was good.
Sunday night.
And he didn't know cameers were rolling or anything. He was
I
just
wonder where you got the hand gestures from.
I'm an Italian guy. I'm an Italian guy.
Let me this, guys.
I'll send you the video. So if you want to play it for the boys on Sunday before the game,
I'll have Brian retweet it from my account.
Max felt like he was playing in the game.
No.
are.
I'm. This week is a work week. This week is a week to win the Super Bowl.
business trip.
It's a business trip, but like Sunday is the business trip.
I feel like they should do like for each team, if there's like a 2-point conversion, they should have some random fan called out of a section. You have to be the tailback and you're getting the ball.
Oh, I like that.
I'm in. I'm training.
Yeah.
I'm training.
So everybody can kind of be on watch.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, so Max, you got a question?
Yes, I have one. I have 2 questions actually.
Yeah.
First question: you've been mentioning him a little bit today. I've been wondering this. What makes Coach Stoutland the best offensive line coach in the NFL? Because I feel like he's getting these guys and he's like resurrecting careers here in Philly that other teams just aren't doing.
Yeah, he knows. I mean, obviously he knows football in and out, but I felt like he's interested in like how people learn. So he knows that like we learn visually, so we can accomplish like a lot more doing like walkthrough stuff versus like a 30-minute walkthrough will beat a 2-hour, classroom section, covering fucking Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities type shit. So that's how it seems to me. Yeah. And so he understands that, but he's just really, when we go in there, it's like pop quiz time every time. He asks guys, what 3 plays do we have out of this formation, Fred Johnson? And he asks the question and then he points out who he's going to ask it to after. But that's like every day. And he's like, yeah, we're going to find out who knows this shit in here. And I was like, well, hey, I guess we are.
Yeah.
Seems like the best.
Good question.
All right, second question. How does Brandon Graham look in practice? Is he going to be full go on Sunday?
He looks good. He looks like what's the guy in Scary Movie 3 that passed the mashed potatoes with that fucking arm? Hey, he'll be jabbing. He'll be club ripping with that fucking thing. He's ready to go.
All right, love that.
I know
love
he
that.
used it on me.
Let's go. I love that. I love that.
Got a feeling.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, good job, Max.
And then, wait, hold on. You know what? I'm going to try to call the fake Lane Johnson real quick. Let's just see. It'd be so funny if he picked up. We'll cut it.
God damn it, I told you, son. I just ain't him.
Your call.
You want to leave a message?
No, he's definitely. Yeah, I feel like he hung up on me there.
Or send him a voice memo.
Yeah.
I used to have that number. I'm going to come back for it one day.
All right, rollback question. Last question. RHOBACK.com. Promo code TAKE. 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Rollback.com. Promo code TAKE. We got our guy Roan here. Roan, get up here. Get up here, Roan. Let's go. Get up here, Roan. So Roan and Max are going. They went together to the Super Bowl in 2022. They're going again on Sunday. Hopefully you'll see them later that night. We already told Big Dom, hey, look out for him.
So I overextended myself in a similar way that Max did, and I sent you a DM on Sunday. I'm going to read it out loud. Brother.
You don't have my number either?
You are a beast. What you're able to do day in and day out is legendary. Others rise and fall. You are the mountain year after year. You are that motherfucker. No one wants to see you. Impose your will. Be great.
Sparta will not fall. Hey, I like that, man. That was awesome.
When we're doing this interview, you just realized that you just sent that to Brian.
Hey, so funny story. I guess Grant, we both went to OU for a little bit before we went to SMU, but he was, I guess, hitting me up that summer about, can't wait to see you in Philly, be teammates or whatever. So I guess Brian, texting him a few times back and forth. First day he come in the locker room, I just fucking breezed past him like, who the fuck are you?
And he thought he had been talking
he's
to
he's like, bro, you're a fucking dick. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Same situation. Hey, it haunts me. Here it comes again.
Well, the only question is how did that land? Do you know what I mean? Did you get fired up from that? What kind of stuff do you like to hear from fans that fires you up? You know what I mean? How can we serve you?
This.
We do whatever you want, bro. What do you like to hear?
I see everything you said as passion and all that energy, and hopefully in some way you can radiate to me, and I can use it for the benefit of this Eagles team.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put some battery in the back. I'm just trying to put some gas in the tank. But my X's and O's question is, so you look at the Lions this year and you see the crazy installs that they do. They have Penei Sewell getting the ball and stuff like that. As an athletic guy, is there any part of you that's like, hey, it'd be cool if we get a swing pass to me, or are you just happy,
We better be at the goal line for that. No, I would like to have where I could just fucking launch this bitch across the field to AJ, and hopefully it's not into fucking a safety that's going to pick it.
Yeah.
But
you used to play quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to just that's my last shot and just and just fling it.
You still got the cannon?
Yeah, it was. I don't know what they call it now, but if I can, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for it, bro. Keep doing it. Let's go.
I love that. I like calling him a mountain. Stands the test of time. Mountains don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Have you seen what they've done in China?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Oh, well, Lane, best of luck, man. We really appreciate you coming on.
I fucking hate how much I love the Eagles. You guys are great. I have to hate you, but you and Big Dom make it very difficult.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Dom.
Yeah.
He's got to get in this chair one
I
day.
know we're coming for so you can't retire because we're coming for training camp. We're gonna do Grit Week. We're gonna get Big Dom on. We'll all go out to dinner. So we're pumped for that.
He's the best. Like I said, he's been in years of obscurity, but we've known about this national treasure for.
Yeah. He's got a stack of cannolis in his office?
His office has. If there's an earthquake in Philly, he's fucked because he has just all the history of the Eagles on the wall in his office, everything.
Cannolis everywhere.
Cannolis, everything they send, they just pile his desk up with shit.
Damn.
Have you ever seen him not in a tracksuit?
No.
He said he had 100. He said he just pared it down.
I've never seen his legs. hey, this motherfucker could have steel legs like Lieutenant Dan, and I wouldn't know because I haven't seen them.
He said 131 tracksuits. He's got formal ones. He's got casual
and I never
ones.
seen him in a track meet.
Yeah.
You know? Is he throwing the shot?
Yeah, he said he was like, I cleaned out my closet. I'm down to 131 tracksuits.
He actually said he went to Penn State originally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and so he was the ball player himself.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, Lane, best of luck, man. Really appreciate you coming on. Future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, man. Hey, let's get a win, man. Hey,
Yeah.
let's make this weekend complete, man.
Two-time
Super Bowl
Super Bowl
MVP.
Let's go, man.
Yeah,
So, yeah, man.
this is the tiebreaker for you.
Yeah, man. It's a tiebreaker. It's just like I said to Roan, hey, we got to get this energy going and
Yeah. Yes.
LFG. Let's go.
Roan will pump you up.
yeah.
Roan will get you going.
And we'll send you the max speech.
Don't send me another text, but just text it to Brian and get my number from Big Cat now. You get my wrong number from Big Cat.
yeah, I'll give you the wrong Lane. Pump him up.
Let's go pump him up some more.
This guy's going to be so mad. Oh. All right, well, thanks so much, Lane.
Josh was brought to you by our good friends at Eroxon. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, erectile dysfunction. 1 in 4 men 18 years and older experience ED, which means that you or someone close to you might be experiencing it. Hank just shook his head no, but that's fine. Even if it's not Hank, it could be somebody very close to Hank. And it's okay, it happens to a lot of guys. And with Eroxon, they have a new ED treatment gel. You can get it over the counter. You don't have to go to a doctor. It's the first ED treatment gel with clinically proven results that you can get over the counter. And while it may not work for everyone, studies showed success in over 60% of men. The best part, no prescriptions, no online questionnaires needed. So why wait? Try Eroxon today. Available in stores and online. Visit eroxon.us to learn more. That's EROXON.us to learn more. Also, Marshawn Lynch has just dropped a new video on his Instagram. He's in a mall cruising around on a scissor lift, drives up to his Beast Mode store, and just completely rips the B and the O off the sign. Marshawn is no longer Beast Mode.
Wow.
He's Eastmid.
What happened to beast mode?
Eastmid. Well, he got rid of the B and the O. So he's just Eastmid. The scissor lift reminds me of, did you ever see the injury cart that Marshawn drove around?
Yep.
Ghost Ride the Whip?
Classic.
Yeah, he was in college. They won that game. He celebrated. He hopped on the injury cart, took it for a little spin across the field, Fast and the Furious. So check it out. Let's see what Marshawn's going to do next. Check out Marshawn Lynch's Instagram and find out for yourself. And now, here's our good friend, Jameis Winston.
Okay, we now welcome on a very, very, very special guest, recurring guest. It is Jameis Winston, live and in the flesh in New Orleans, his city. Can we say New Orleans is your city? It is.
We can say that my family, definitely.
Okay, yeah. So you still got your house here. It's going to be incredible Super Bowl week. You're doing some stuff for Fox, which I'm very excited to see because it feels like we need more Jameis Winston in our life. Yeah. And you're going to give it to the people, I'd assume.
Absolutely. We're going to have some fun. But it's just going to be showing people the culture of the amazing New Orleans. Like it's gumbo. Gumbo is popular here for a reason. So I'm gonna give them a little bit of everything. But
I love that. I'm trying to eat 15 gumbos in the time that I'm here. So I've already had one. We're leaving on Friday or Saturday. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out the best places to go. So if you got any recommendations, like lay them on us because I love gumbo.
I had to put a list to you. But one of my favorite spots is B Spot. It's like Beyonce inspired. Okay. I got to get the street for you. But if you're going to be having 15 gumbos, like we got to make sure we get you cup size. Yeah. Because they're very filling. But I think with anybody, Herb saying as well, when I think about food, but when I think when anybody say, like, what can I get the best gumbo, they're going to say, my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll eat at a grandma's house.
Oh, yeah.
If there's any AWLs that have a grandma that actually will sit down and make the roux.
I got a cousin on the West Bank, and she makes the best gumbo I ever had. So I would definitely get you a bowl because she knows that Super Bowl is a big week, and it's Mardi Gras season. Yeah. So a bunch of gumbo being made right now.
So yeah, we're very excited for you because this is a great thing that I think that Fox is doing is bringing Jameis Winston on. So you're going to take people around, show them some food and things like that. What other stuff are you going to do this week? How are they going to be using you?
Well, for the most part, it's going to be like a bunch of lifestyle pieces. I'm just going to get a chance to show everybody the culture that New Orleans has. Like we're going to go to Cafe Du Monde. Mm-hmm. We're going to do a nice segment there. Like when you think about coffee and beignets, you think about that. spot off the rip. So what I'm doing, I'm giving them the best human experience they possibly can have in the city of New Orleans.
I believe that you will be able to do that.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so let's talk about this past year. When we've last had you on, you were a free agent, you signed with the Browns. You get to play. We thought you should have played more. How was this season overall in your career? I mean, we need you to get signed somewhere. We need you to be a starting quarterback because the Jameis Winston experience is our favorite thing. You had that big snow game that was so much fun to watch. How overall, though, would you say like this season went for you personally, professionally, and where you're at going into next season?
Let's start with personally, just because I think like I can get sometimes so wrapped up into what I do that we kind of speed past like the whole experience like that you actually had.
Yeah.
The presence of actually being in the Cleveland Browns organization, witnessing some of the things that I witnessed, going through some of the things that I went through. So personally, I would say that it was a season of resilience because we had some unfortunate injuries. We had some people that I poured myself into because my expectation going to Cleveland was to be there to serve Deshaun and be there to provide this support and leadership for him. And it hurt to see him go down quickly. And then the way that people reacted of him going down, like me being the person that I am, I had to recalibrate some things and have a complete paradigm shift because of the love that I have for him, and also the love and respect that I have for the game and that city that I just chose to go to.
Right.
So that was challenging because football gives us so much. I mean, shoot, it's giving me everything that I can even dream or imagine. But that moment where I had to get just real, like from a human experience with like some fans, the people that I love the most, the people I like making smile, and that just hurt because we all are humans. We all have this experience. We all have ups and downs, and I think we all are trying to find a way to, cope with those days. And that day wasn't a good day, and that was kind of like a precursor to the season,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because what I was looking forward to was getting that opportunity, being back on the field, and we had some wins early, but at the end of the day, like I didn't finish. I didn't finish the way that I wanted to finish. I didn't have the story like that we all wanted at the end. So that's how I was personally, but the whole process of being with Cleveland Browns was amazing because this was the first time my family got up and moved out of the South, right? So we were in Cleveland, and Cleveland was way better than what we expected. You know? Obviously, we knew it was going to be like gritty. We're going to see a lot of iron and steel. But being from Birmingham, like I figured that's how the terrain would be. But the place that we stayed was it was in Chagrin Falls, man, and like
beautiful place,
bro, for a good 90 days, we experienced some of the most beautiful weather. 90
days is about right.
That you only could imagine. So it was good for my family in that end. But football-wise, man, I'm still focusing on eliminating one thing from my play so that I can be all that I'm capable of being in this league. Yes, I like the new personality stuff. Yes, I like hopping on with y'all. But where I want to be in this league is somewhere where the greats stand, and for me to be where the greats stand, I have to consistently execute and eliminate one thing from my play, and that's just fun. It's another resilient side to like, hey man, like you got LASIK now. You know what I'm saying? Like what else do we have to do? What else do we have to learn? What else do we have to overcome and or take out for us to be everything that we want to be?
Lord, deliver me from pick sixes.
And the Lord did.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, were you? So you said that after a game where you had, I think it was 1 or 2 pick sixes. It was a Monday night game.
Yeah, it was 2.
And then the next game you didn't throw a pick six. Were you like, oh shit, God, he's got me here?
Absolutely. Like I know he had me off the rip. When I say that publicly, that outward confession, like that really was like obviously it was funny, but it was a cry. It was like, Lord, like, hey, like I need you.
To stop these pick sixes.
I need you. Like, and unfortunately I should have. Honestly, that's why it's so important to be impeccable with your word, right? Because I should have said picks.
I know. Because he gave you the pick sixes.
And I promise you, in my quiet place, I promise you I'm saying picks. But
he works in mysterious ways. Maybe it just makes you better at tackling. So when you do throw an interception, you knock the guy out and he doesn't score. You're like, I should have specified, Lord. I'm sorry.
Bro, I'm tired of tackling. You know what I'm saying? I done had to tackle too many people.
But that game was, that also, I mean, that game, like, that was like, we should have Jameis play Monday Night Football all-time quarterback because it was electric. I know that it was the pick sixes, but you also made some insane throws. You had, 500 yards passing?
I'm grateful for that. But, Sean Payton was on the other side, a young Bo Nix from Alabama. Like, he was the opposing quarterback. Like, in my documentary, like, that was supposed to be the time where I'm like Michael Jordan standing right there because I got Sean Payton, a young buck that I always loved watching him grow up. I mean, he was in Alabama. He won a state championship. I never won a state championship. Being from Alabama, seeing him go to Auburn, he was a kid that went to the hometown school, got to experience all that stuff, and went off to Oregon, and now he's having an amazing year. So I'm just like, I got to show this young buck a lesson, So I'm happy that he had, he had a game like he had a that rope to Mims down the middle of the field. So I was like, okay, I want you to do something good, but we got Jerry Jeudy back coming back to this time, and Sean Payne's on the other side. Like, I want to give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Pause, but I want to make sure that we win this game. But and that's obviously the love and the preparation that goes into that. Like, you obviously can see that competitive side between me, Sean, and Bo. But I think winning is the biggest thing. Like, when you at quarterback, I think that's so important. Like, you have some turnovers here. You have some ups and downs, but eliminating negative plays and winning, it takes you so far. Because, man, I had the best 4 weeks of my life just talking to more people, getting those interviews just because you're winning. Not because you're having lights out games, but winning. So,
for the record, James, we'll talk to you whenever.
It doesn't matter. You go 0-17, you're on the show.
100%. No, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my dream. Football is. I'm so grateful that God has given me this sport to steward with what I got. And I want to be the most at it. Be the best at it.
Lord deliver me from picks.
That Thursday night game that Big Cat brought up in the snow, that was a lot of fun to watch too.
It was.
And seeing. It was, I forget, was it Tracy Wolfson? It was somebody that was interviewing you in the pregame.
I think
and
it
they
was
started
Tracy.
talking to you about the snow, and you were locked in, very serious, and then all of a sudden, it's like something hit you, and you just got this big smile, and you started looking around at the snow, and it's like you got transformed and turned into, I don't know if it just took you to a different place mentally where it woke you up, but watching you just embrace that environment on that Thursday night and go out there and play an excellent game of football was so much fun for America to watch.
Yeah, I have to commend the NFL for their deal with the broadcasting networks to have that segment now, because that was relatively new to me. Like, typically, like, when I go back into the locker room, like, I'm getting ready, I'm focusing on, I'm going over my notes, I'm going over my plays, and I'm putting myself in the place that I think that I need to be for this game. So when I was having those interviews with Tracy and others, like, I was already getting to that place. I was already getting to that place of just presence and preparing for the game. So for me to come back out and just be like, okay, now I gotta talk about who knows what you're gonna ask. Like, I already know what the notes that I'm going over in my head, so I'm gonna repeat those to you because that's the mode that I'm on. I think I rewarded them with some wise words.
Yeah, it was great. So you'd never played in the snow before in your entire life?
Never in my entire life.
What was it like?
It was fun. Like, I think it's like any kid that experiences snow for the first time. Like, you don't know what to do, right? Like, you really don't know how to build a snowman. You know what I'm saying? You want, like, I'm happy YouTube is available because that was one of the first things. Like, I didn't know how to build a snowman. Like, it was awful. Like, because I tried to build the snow while it was fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a story for another day.
You got to pack it in.
Literally, like, I was so enamored with the snow that I was just like, man, like, can I just, like, do we have to play? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we play a snow, like, but we did play a snow version of football. But it was amazing.
It was great. It was so cold your helmet exploded. That was crazy.
My head hit the ground. Frozen tundra, not the frozen tundra, I guess, but the frozen Cleveland Browns.
Wait, so did you
Bakefield.
Did you build the snowman?
So let me tell you about the story about the snowman. I actually didn't even build the snowman in Cleveland.
Oh.
I built the snow in New Orleans.
You did when it
Yes,
snowed
when
here.
it snowed here. Right. So during Cleveland, when it snowed, like I was away from my babies. Like my babies were like they were at school. Like
Right.
we didn't have time throughout the day where it still was light
weekend,
for us
you got
to
a
go
game.
outside
Yeah.
and build the snow. Right. But God bless us with snow in New Orleans. So I'm outside there trying to build a snow, like, and my kids, my baby, he's suffering because we didn't have we had all of our waterproof like material up in Cleveland.
Right. Yeah.
Like we just got him some gloves from Costco and we just like, these are gonna work. My poor 4-year-old, like, he out there shivering in the snow because he's trying to, we obviously having a snowball fight, like the Winston's, we're gonna have this. But the snow, like these aren't waterproof gloves, so they're freezing his hair.
Yep.
So after one good snowball fight, like the Winston's like, we in trouble, right? So we're trying to make the snow, and right now, like I'm just making a whole circle in the snow. I'm just like putting snow together, but it was like a blizzard snow. It wasn't like it had stopped. Like typically people build snowmen like when the snow stops and the snow horns up, and you can like get it on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to build this snowman, and I just did an awful job. And it rained in Alabama, and my assistant, Nadia, she showed me a picture of her snowman. Oh. And like she had like my trainer, my famous trainer, Otis Leverett, his wife, the one who does all the position-specific workout with me. So they had his football helmet on, like had like a glove on like a stick that they had like one of her scarves on. So it was a good looking snowman. I had to show y'all this so y'all can have this clip.
Yeah.
So I was looking at my snowman and it just looked like a snow hill. Like, and it just kept like, it was just not good.
Did you put eyes on it?
I did put eyes on it.
Yeah.
So my cousin, again, she gave my wife, like, my wife went over to get some gumbo because she prepared us where she was like, you can't be in the snow without no gumbo.
Yeah.
So she went over there to get the gumbo and she gave us a fake carrot's nose and some things to put on the snowman because she knew that we were going to build a luxurious snowman. She didn't know that I had no idea how to build a snowman. And I'm calling Nadia. I'm like, Nadia, like, my babies, they gonna laugh at me because I don't know how to build no snowman. YouTube, I got this Wi-Fi not working. I can't look it up on YouTube. Like ChatGPT ain't working. Like, so I'm just like, how I'm gonna build a snow? She said, just build a ball and just roll it in the snow. Do you know I almost had frostbite trying to roll that ball in the snow because it was too soft. It kept coming off. And I couldn't build a snow. And my child, he just looking at me like my oldest, Malachi, he just looking at me like, Dad, I can't even tell my friends I can build a snowman because you don't know how to build a snowman. I'm like, well, you're supposed to be helping me.
All right, so that's something we got to still check off the list.
Yes.
Maybe if you get signed. So what are we thinking? There's got to be people who want Jameis Winston. You have to stay in the league. You have to. I want you starting.
Yeah.
You need to start.
Yeah. That's what my heart desires. Like I'm looking for an opportunity where it's kind of like bridge opportunity where I get to go in there, lead another young guy, and man, go in there, have opportunity, dominate where I'm supposed to dominate, win some football games, and have a GM and have an organization that, hey, like, man, we believe in you, Jameis. Like, but I need that opportunity to show that.
Yeah.
Like, because that's why I feel like I'm in that position again where, like, man, I have to get in that position and show that.
Yeah, because your game is not, there's a lot of backups in the league where they come in and it's a lot of checkdowns. It's a lot of like, hey, we're going to just, try to tread water. You push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
You're making the throws. And that's always what's so fun when you get in. Like, I even think about that Ravens game where you're throwing the ball down the field and you beat a really good Ravens defense.
Right.
That's, come on.
But that stuff that I can do in my sleep. The biggest thing is winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I try to shift away from the interceptions because like those matter, but those also accumulate to not winning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So whatever I need to do that's required to win and be focused on winning, if that's going 20 for 28 for 17 yards.
Yeah.
One touchdown and no interceptions, but a win, like that's doing it.
Yeah.
Whatever is required for us to win the game is like my focus because obviously I get hyped up and I place so much trust into my teammates, into my coaches, and we're out there executing this thing together. But at the end of the day, the quarterback position, like I got the last say so with that peel in my hand.
Have you thought about if you do throw a pick, maybe bringing back the squint and being like, people be like, oh, the LASIK maybe isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
It buys you a little time.
Yeah, well, I try to eliminate any thoughts about picks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I shouldn't even say
and
we won't
focus
say the word.
and
Yeah, we
focus
won't
on
say it.
and focus just on winning every single rep.
Yeah.
You know, like because I tried to create humor with the picks, right? Like, hey, like it's still a completion. Like, no, that's not really.
Well, listen,
right.
I just played the video game, which I brought up to you last time, how I might have thrown some picks with you when I played the video game back in 2020, but I just played a full college football playoff, and I threw 9 pick sixes in 4 games.
Well,
yeah.
But not with me, though, right?
We're eliminating that.
No,
word.
not with you.
Okay.
Not with you,
Okay.
but I'm just saying, like, still won the national title, so you can still find a way to win.
You can. Like, but it's all that matters is winning.
Yeah.
And that's you playing the game. So, like,
Yeah.
maybe when you playing the game, start visualizing me.
Yeah.
And record me doing that, winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
With that.
Super
'Cause
Bowl.
that's
We gotta
what-
do the Super
That's
Bowl.
what got me.
Yeah.
Because I won so many Heisman trophies, so many national championships on NCAA when it was out.
Yeah.
You know, I never really played Madden
We
that
got to
much.
get it. We should start playing Madden.
Like,
with you.
literally.
Visualizing it.
Like,
We'll record the entire season.
You better ask my wife. Like,
Yeah.
I got Madden.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm visualizing. And like, my brother is whooping my butt religiously in Madden every time I get on the sticks.
Have you thought about doing the VR thing, virtual reality?
Man, so I've experienced that, what Jaden was doing. So I experienced that. I'm curious to see what brand he had.
It's a German company.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the brand, but they found him at Louisiana.
Right.
They were trying to sell their technology to any school that wanted it, and LSU was like, "Yeah, we want this." So I don't know if it's like an exclusive thing that he gets. I don't know what it is, but it seems like it's a great idea. You get all those reps in.
I remember when I first got to the Saints, I believe they tried to bring that to us, and like they talked about building. I think they were going to build a room for that because they had it. They had it in Louisiana, but we should have did at LSU. We should have did it.
Yeah.
Like, but I believe I believe at Tampa we did an experience like that where I did have some virtual reality related training at Tampa early on in my career. But I'm sure that it's better.
Yeah.
That's what I've
high
heard,
quality
yeah.
than now. Yeah.
I would love to see what kind of training exercises you can
Me
come
too.
up with while wearing the virtual reality helmet too.
Me too. At Cleveland, we had some type of virtual reality type sensors, but it was not like I wasn't immersed in the game. It was just like Tecmo Bowl players moving around like slow motion.
Yeah, we
I
got to
was
get you on
like-
the good stuff.
Like, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, if you're a German VR company listening to this right now, you have a potential client here in Jameis
Yes,
Winston
get
that we
it
would
going.
like to see.
Whatever's required.
We were talking to Andrew Luck earlier today, and he had very nice things to say about you. And he asked us to ask you about how close you were to going to Stanford.
Man, I was very close to going to Stanford in my mind, right? Like, Stanford was the dream school that I've always thought that I would be at, playing baseball and football at, because you just think about John Elway, right? So academically and football, athletically, I thought that was the epitome of going somewhere and playing football. But I knew that I could not be that far away from Alabama, you know. So Stanford, Florida State, and LSU were my options. Like, they were my final options. I wanted to go to Texas. I feel like Texas Longhorns. I feel like that would have fit me well. Like, I even had like this. My mama got me this Fossil Texas watch because I told her that's the school I wanted to go to. And it was a school I still had a watch to this day. But back to Stanford. Stanford would have been an excellent opportunity for me because Nora Davis was there, Andrews Peat, Aziz Shazur, he was there. So like, I built some great relationships with some of the recruits that still were there. So I really was close to going if I would have had the courage to take that trip out west.
Yeah, it's a long distance to go, for sure.
Well, it was like more of a dream. Like, when I went out there on my official visit, Coach David Shaw was there. I got a chance to speak with Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah.
Like, the experience was unmatched.
What was that like, talking to Condoleezza Rice?
Well, it was amazing just to get a chance to know that she was from Alabama. You know, I didn't get a chance to have a meeting with her, like, face to face, but having to be able to speak with her and hearing them talk about how her office had overlooked some place on the campus, I think that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was were you injured at the end of the year? We just kept on being like, put Jameis back in. I
Yeah.
know that the last couple of games they gave other guys a shot, but
Yeah.
how is the injury now?
It's good. I did something to my SC joint, and that's kind of like my inner collarbone. because of the callus of my AC joint. I require movement from there in a way. So for a period of time, it was very challenging for me to throw the ball. And if you can't throw the ball elite in the NFL, it's not really gonna work out. Right. Yeah. It was after the Kansas City game. I'm good now. Like I can spin it.
Okay.
Yeah. When does that happen in the NFL? When do teams start to reach out to you?
I think.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
I think the period is going on, not now, but I think as agents are talking about other prospects getting into the league, especially the draft, Senior Bowls, the Shrine Bowl.
Yeah.
I believe they strategically placing in some of their free agents coming for this upcoming year. But I believe it starts when you're really released, that first part of March.
The league.
So I'll just say some cities. I think we might have done this last time on the show, but just cities, random cities, and you tell me what you think about each city. New York City, or I guess northern New Jersey, but really New York City.
I mean, I love it. The Big Apple.
Yeah, you like? Is it big? Is it giant? Is it the giant apple?
Would you fly there on a jet?
I love it. I would do both.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I would fly
that
on
actually would be awesome if you were.
I would fly on the jet, eating an apple.
Yeah.
A giant apple. You know, at that.
What about Pittsburgh? I know they were kind of rival city to Cleveland, but what about Pittsburgh? What's your vibe there?
Man, I love Pittsburgh. Because I admire Coach Mike Tomlin so much. The first Super Bowl ring that I ever held in my hand was a 2009 Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl ring from Bruce Arians. So that is definitely aligned with my vision. But I don't know. I don't know what my Browns fans will say about Pittsburgh. That'll be challenging, but it really doesn't matter. Honestly, that opportunity presents itself. I would love to team up with Coach Mike Tomlin.
What about? And I know we want you to be a starter, but there are some teams that it feels like maybe they should invest more in a backup. What about Miami? You like that city?
Man, I would love Miami, and you know what? Again, back to my whole Cleveland Browns story, right? Just how it was. Like, how about Tyler Huntley? I'm just gonna give him a shout out, man, because he was that was the quarterback room in Cleveland. Tyler Huntley, Dorian Thomas-Robinson, Deshaun, and myself, right? That was the training camp. And for him to have a situation where he and Dorian are competing and to stay present and go back to Baltimore and then go to Miami, where he's from down South Florida, that area, and play some good games for Miami. I'm so proud of him for that. But Miami would be good because I got a lot of respect for Tua and his family. Yeah. And if it's one man that I would like to serve, it would be him and his family, because his dad and my dad have developed a great relationship. So I'm definitely pulling for him and his health to remain strong and to remain in a healing state, because he works a lot to stay healthy. And he's a tough player, so he's gonna be good. But I would like to go to Miami.
Okay.
What about
how about Nashville? Country music guy?
Nashville.
Man, listen. I
boots?
do love country music. Like back to the days when Jake Owen and Luke Bryan used to come and visit Tallahassee. Like I've always had that southern drawl. I'll be able to break down a country music album soon. But
you would make so much money from CMT if you were in Nashville.
You think so?
You would be a correspondent. Yeah, immediately.
Man, I would love it. Nashville is pretty cool. Yeah.
What about playing baseball?
Man. If I can get
Colorado Rockies
signed up, man, I gotta call my guy David Dahl. Like, he played for the Colorado Rockies, but wherever.
Have you thought about maybe doing a spring training? I know that you're that kind of conflicts with where you're going to sign, but I'd love to see you back on a baseball.
Yeah, I would love to have that opportunity, but when my focus is focused on football and OTAs and whatever's required in that, I don't believe that I will be able to. But man, I can just go to the batting cages, somewhere down to the Yankees in Tampa Bay. Yeah. And just hit some BP there.
Did you know, have you done batting practice against 95-mile-an-hour fastball since you got LASIK? I have not. Oh,
You might
What
be
if you're Barry Bonds and you don't even know it?
Man, I'm definitely not Barry Bonds.
But what if? Yeah, because you're a righty.
You might be
right.
Shohei.
That's true.
Yeah,
you might be Shohei, except better. Like if he was also a great football player.
So I trained baseball last year. Like I literally my brother's hitting coach. His name is it's removing right now. But my brother's hitting coach, who is a scout for the Atlanta Braves. We actually trained for the first 5 weeks after the Super Bowl. Every Thursday we hit ground balls. We were over at Girard Park in New Orleans, hitting in the cages, like training, like catching fly balls, fielding ground balls, because I think that is a direct correlation to playing the quarterback. When you see how Patrick Mahomes does it and Josh Allen, how they come up from these different angles, even Jalen in his RPO games, being able to throw from different angles is so important. And being able to squat down and move around the pocket, you see how extending the play is as big as it's ever been in the NFL nowadays. Like if you can't extend the play like from a regular routine play, like you're gonna have a tough time.
Yeah. What about right here, New Orleans?
Got a house here.
Man, oh my gosh, I would love to be here. Just
family,
not just family, like just this city. Man, you know, and I that's why earlier I didn't say it. I don't feel worthy enough to say this is my city, because this Drew Brees' city.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True. That's true. That's fair.
Because what he did for this city, with this Champagne city, this is Mickey Loomis' city.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I had to put Mickey out there because Mickey, if you listen to this, I'm but no, like I would love to be a New Orleans Saint, man, because like just even the energy here.
Yeah.
Like it's the same energy that I possess.
Yeah.
You know, and I love my people. So I ain't gonna say, you know, like these my people.
Yeah.
Down here, and then you can see it.
Yeah.
You're gonna definitely see it on Fox.
Yeah.
You're gonna see me with my people. In a word, you know what I'm saying? In the words of a Baton Rouge legend, with me, you know what I'm saying? I got my people with me.
Do you visualize where you're going to be next at your next stop in life? Like, do you sit down, close your eyes, and let the vision come to you?
Man, I'm still honestly my visualization and desire is still with being a Super Bowl winning quarterback for an NFL franchise. You know, and that's where I am. There are times where in my quiet time where I think about, you know, what my heart would desire, and one of those things right now is just becoming a better father to my children. My oldest is about to be 7 now, and me and my dad always discuss how the age of 7 would be that time where I would have to bunker down, putting more intentional time into leading my son to what his heart desires, because he felt like my aunt, she always told me that the age of 7 is when the kids they lose their subconscious and they start to really take in every word that you say, and they go start making decisions on their own. So when I'm in my quiet time, that's the things I'm thinking about. Like, man, how can I serve my son who's about to be 7? Because I know it's his own time. Like, I can't be like when he cry, like I can't be like, oh baby, like I'm gonna be pushing him to the limit, you know, but also loving him and guiding him. Yeah, but
is that true about the age 7?
Yeah, I mean, I know there are a lot of pediatricians out there or people that process this information. I think the age 7, I don't know the scientific term whether they lose their subconscious, but 7 is a prominent age for child development, and in terms of how they think, how they learn, and how they go about.
So I got like another year and a half that I can keep swearing around my oldest.
Yes.
Okay, and then I gotta stop. Yes, because I do find myself having to.
Well, you just gotta develop a swear jar.
Well, no, my problem is my kids, when they repeat swears, I laugh.
Yeah.
And then they're
It's
like,
very funny.
why are you
That's the
laughing? I'm like, because you shouldn't be saying that. And then they're like, he's laughing. So then they keep hitting the fuck or the shit button. And I'm just like laughing. I'm like, no, stop saying that, but I'm laughing.
My wife would be mad at me because she did an experiment to just see how far our children would go with those words.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the experiment that we thought that we were going to be getting. We realized that our children, they do listen to us.
Oh yeah. My son thinks stupid is a bad word. He's like, don't say the S word. I'm like, shit? And he's like, no, stupid. Oh, whoops.
Right.
Now we got 2 that we got to work about.
Right.
All right, so we got to find you a job. Here's an idea. What if Jameis 101 became your agent? I think you'd probably get a max deal.
Man, listen. I don't know Jameis 101, but I really appreciate him. The time.
He's fighting every day.
The energy that he puts into like repping me. Like if you are my long lost cousin or something, man, brother, I love you.
I do imagine one day you'll meet him and he'll just be like, "Hey, I'm Jameis."
No, I know I am, but like this is, I feel it like you gotta have people that fight for you, like that. Like and I view it from a term of just my prayer angels. I have so many women in Tampa, Miss Connie, my mentor, got Cynthia Hobby, my auntie, Aunt Vonda, my mother, my aunts, that's Loretta White, Auntie Bernice, I have so many prayer warriors that are showering me with prayer, lifting me up all the time. So I don't want their prayers to go as they're unnoticed. Yeah. But when you have people that fight for you and that lift you up and that are there to encourage you in your toughest times and are consistently doing it, like, man, you just got to give them their flowers and you got to be grateful for them because you don't know how much their energy or what they're doing is actually keeping a lot of things away from you and providing a better opportunity for you in some way, shape, or form or fashion.
Yeah. And then in turn, you don't want to let them down because
Absolutely.
you know that they have this deep belief in you, and you're like, I gotta prove them right, if anything, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. And proving them right will only just do it more justice for the fact that, like, man, that's your people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It doubles down on it's bigger than you. Mm-hmm. You know, what I do from an NFL perspective, from a father perspective, from a husband perspective, is small to the grand scheme of things of the impact that I can have on lives everywhere across this entire world, right? Obviously within my household, like that's the most important thing right now. How I go within, how I'm doing, treating my own family is how I'm going to go about doing the rest of the world, right? Because what I want for myself, I want for everyone. But I think it is important when you are around people that are giving you positive energy to just give them their flowers and be grateful for them.
You impacted Big Cat and myself when we did those drills with you. Keep the ball high. I think about that all the time.
Because that was our dream. I always wanted to be there on that arena.
Yeah. So what are you doing? You got any new workouts that you've been working on?
Like a dog that's gonna attack you, or like some
no dog is gonna.
There's been dogs in some of your videos.
Yeah, there was a Belgian Malinois.
Well, my dog, my Tussie, she is one of my best defenders, and she's not gonna attack me.
Okay,
right? She just.
But you have had dogs in your videos. The big ball. What was that thing? The machine you were running in that was like, it was like a big. I don't even know what it was. You got so many crazy videos out there.
Well, it's intentional. These are
intentional
workouts. Yes.
I like it. I actually would love for your trainer to come up to our office in Chicago and send us through something.
I know you would love that, but I don't know if you're ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
That's the thing. I don't think y'all ready for it.
All right. So does he have anything new this year? You think?
No, we don't have anything new.
That's such a lie. We're gonna see a video in like a month. It's gonna be so awesome.
It's gonna be new to the world.
Okay.
But it would not be new to us. We don't function in surprises. We don't function in conspiracies. We just go. We just put the work in and we lock in and do what's required to be done.
Is there ever a day though that you show up and it's like, maybe it's the backyard and it's like there's a bat, there's like boxing gloves, there's like a bunch of towels, and you're like, what's going on here? What are we doing today?
So if you want me to get you a picture of that exact setup, I can give it to you. I got a heavy bat right here. I got a Bosu ball in the middle. I got a trampoline right here with some towels on there. And I got some boxing gloves and a half round.
I need that picture.
We got to get you that picture.
How often do you work out? Do you work out like five days a week?
So in the early process is just 3 days a week. In the early process means like directly after the season toward the Super Bowl, when I get the opportunity to play in an extended long period of time, I'm gonna continue to do what I've been doing in the season. But three days a week, sometimes 5 if I'm just like, man, like I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? If I done got a big stomach, just sitting around,
you gotta watch what you eat.
Absolutely. So after the season, like I really do. I eat what I want. For the most part. And once I got here, it being Mardi Gras season and King Cakes opening up on my birthday, you know what I'm saying, on King's Day. And I got a granddaddy that always want to give me praline and stuff like that. Like, it's just too much good food.
When's your birthday?
January 6th.
Okay, you're January.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday. We
Thank
missed
y'all.
it.
Thank
We're
y'all.
January guys as well. Yeah,
Well, I
our
missed y'all
birthday was last week.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank
Both of
you.
y'all birthday?
Yeah,
On
but
the same
I'm the
day?
30th. He's the 31st.
Back to back.
Oh,
Yeah.
and my cousin's birthday is my favorite cousin is the 29th.
Oh,
So
okay.
I can't forget your birthday.
Yeah,
man.
there we go.
There are going to be some other cousins that listen to this that think you're talking about them. That's not my birthday.
Now, everybody know I'm talking about Tay Tay. Everybody, all my family know who I'm talking
Okay,
about.
why is Tay Tay your favorite?
I think what he has overcame. Man, when we grew up, he was always the person that people didn't mess with. But, in terms of school, he was always misunderstood, whether it's from grade school all the way up. And I took just a leap of faith because he had numerous medications to like, hey, Tay, when I go to Tampa, like, man, you come with me. Like, and actually, it ended up like this. It wasn't like you come with me. It was more like, hey, Tay, you come on down here, spend a good time in Tampa.
Yeah.
Then Tay ain't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? And then I was just like, man, nah, you deserve this. You deserve to experience
awesome.
this with me. And like, man, he doesn't take all those meds that he's been taking. Man, he's finding him a job. Like, he has a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, he's living a life that a lot of people would have never thought that he would be able to live through sustaining himself.
That's awesome.
So I'm just proud of him, and that's why I'm a firm believer. Like, you never let people place limitations on you, right? There is a right situation for you. There is a right scenario for you. But as long as you continue to desire that, no one trying to place that hold or that lack on you can stop you.
That's
Shout out
awesome.
Tay Tay.
Shout out Tay Tay.
I appreciate it.
Hey, I got a random question for
Happy
you.
birthday, cuz.
Yeah, happy birthday. Who'd you vote for the Heisman?
Who did I vote for? Well, I voted for Shador.
You voted first?
Yeah, he was on there. I voted for Travis, and I voted for Cam Ward. That's who I voted for. No order, but I know Shador was just high on my mind just because of what he has encompassed with throughout his whole collegiate career, and it's similar like to Bo. You're right, because I got a chance to be in the same state as Bo and see him show up. But we all got to witness like Shadur's maturation process. Even when Deion was coaching the high school team in Dallas, like they had a TV show back then. Because I know prime time is some of y'all favorite athletes out there. So just all he encompassed as like his whole collegiate career, we got to see it, and he never played a bad game. All he did was ball. You know what I'm saying? He had a few losses here and there, but he balled out for the most part. So I had to make sure that he got him a trip up there to New York. I don't know if he did, but I'm glad Travis won.
Yeah.
I'm glad Cam Warren had the year he won. I just wish he would have went to Florida State. With this NIL stuff is crazy.
It's probably good that he didn't. That was a bad season for Florida State. At what point in the season were you like, oh man?
I never lost faith.
You should have.
I never lost faith. I just refused to text anybody back that was talking to me about Florida State. You know.
Did you hear about the guy that wouldn't eat the dog poop?
He what?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. This
is where
this
your
is
season
why.
went off.
This is where me and Big Cat lost faith.
He
in Florida
wouldn't
State. He said he would eat poop if Florida State lost to Georgia Tech in Ireland. And
it was Boston College.
Boston
second
College.
week.
Yeah, Boston College.
They were like 17-point favorites. So they lost week 1 in Ireland, and then they were 17-point favorites week 2. I think there was that Monday night game, and he was like, "If we lose outright, I'm gonna eat dog poop on camera." And then he didn't, and then he
deactivated. He left the
season.
internet, and then just loss after loss kept piling up.
That's why your season went so poorly.
Oh my gosh!
He should have eaten the dog poop.
He shouldn't have said that he was gonna eat dog poop.
But don't you agree that he should have eaten the dog poop?
But don't we all agree? Like when we're walking our dog, like Tussie just did this today, and she sniffs other poop and bites the poop.
Yeah,
I'm just like, why did you do that? Like
she's probably trying to get Florida State back on track.
She did it for the nose. But I'm just saying, like, do we not think about that with our dogs? Like, like I'm in your face.
On the lips,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in your face, and I just witnessed you eat dog poop.
But for the record, you think that guy should have eaten the dog poop, right?
I think he definitely should have stood on business.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he definitely should have.
Oh man.
We didn't ask you about this last time. We were like getting to know each other. And then after we got done with the interview, you said, I thought you were going to ask me about the crab legs.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that last time, but I feel like now we have to.
Right.
We've always had your back, by the way, on this. There's never been any judgment coming from us.
Thank you.
To the crab leg story, but if you want to speak on the crab leg story and educate people about the truth behind some of the misconceptions.
I just want to educate everyone about the new edition of NIL and the things that it allows our young athletes to do or not to do. And before NIL, if you did anything illegal, you would get suspended. You would lose your year of eligibility. And your career would be over, So I don't condone anything bad happening from a collegiate athlete that was done between 2016 through before that, But when NIL started, a lot of opportunities and doors that were already open were reopened with the birth of a collective saying, we're going to give you money to do this. So that is the best political way that I can put that situation. But, I am grateful that the crab legs have provided me with so many opportunities to talk about crab legs, get crab legs thrown at me, and you know what? Get free crab legs from Fulton Fish Market.
There we go.
That's the biggest thing.
You would have made so much money in NIL.
Oh my goodness! Like that crab leg thing would have never been like, oh my gosh! Like I would have had so many crab legs.
You would have been living in crab legs. Yeah.
You think back to like Ohio State and the huge scandal. The massive scandal. It was the biggest story in sports at the time because some guys got tattoos, right? They got free tattoos for giving their jersey to somebody. Right. And that was the only thing that we talked about for like 3 months. And if that happened now, it's like nobody cares at all. Nobody would care. Right. And the same thing, I think, with the crab legs. It's like, okay. By the way, there are worse things to be thrown at you for the course of your life than crab legs. Yeah. Crab legs are delicious.
I know, but I couldn't eat them in my uniform. Like it's not really fun to be getting thrown when you walking into the tunnel. Oh, crab leg. Oh, I was hungry. Thank you, Lord.
So we hope you have a long, fruitful NFL career. We hope that you fulfill your dream of being a starting quarterback, winning a Super Bowl. Hope all that happens. But when the time comes to hang them up, I predict that you will have a massive podcast.
Yeah, hopefully at Barstool Sports.
Hopefully, but if not. We have to be invited on occasionally because we're gonna need some shine from the Jameis Winston podcast.
I don't
to remind people that me and Big Cat are still out there.
You better at least call us.
I want to give y'all like a lot of people talk about Jameis. You should do this. You should do that. I don't think people know about the sweat equity that you guys put into this, that your team puts into this. Yeah, obviously big names can get a mic and say their opinion, but the intentionality and precision that you have, the thought of y'all guests, what y'all doing, what RC is doing with the pivot, like it's unbelievable and it's really changing lives. What Jay Shetty's doing with On Purpose, like this is a new wave that our fans are able to really get the quality information that they need from what they want. And y'all do that with the best of them. If not, y'all got to be the best because that's why I came on here first.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Honestly. But nah, man, I don't think people know the sweat equity in the team that you got to have to produce something great. Like, I can get a mic, but I want to be great. I just don't want to do this just to be able to have y'all on the show and say, hey, I had, Big Cat and PFT on. Like, what y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying? Nah.
I'd listen to that. Not even with us. I'm just saying how you introed that. It could be anyone. I'd listen.
No, I just want.
I think you've been watching film. You've been studying podcasts.
Well, I've been studying y'all, right? Because y'all are great, right? And I think that's one thing that a lot of great people do. They study greatness. So if this is one avenue that I decide to take, like y'all are gonna be a part of it because y'all great.
You better give me a call. Listen, the Fox thing, I'm happy for you. I didn't like that I found out on Twitter because I was just like, when you do decide to hang them up and you're like, this is my next career, just give us a chance.
Okay.
Give us a chance to make an offer.
Well, thank you. I'm grateful that you
and Gruden in a podcast together would be elite.
I'm happy that you said that online
Jameis
because
Gruden. Oh my gosh,
that really mean that you care about me.
Yeah, no, I need to get a call being like it's time, and then we hit the button, Jameis and Gruden, and it just go to the moon.
Ooh, Jameis,
strap in.
Jameis Gruden and Fred Smoot.
Oh
man, do you know one of the first football camps that I went to was Sam Shade and Fred Smoot?
Yeah.
Did he talk shit
in
to the
Birmingham.
kids?
He did. He did. But that put something in us.
Yeah.
And another fun fact, me and my wife was at the same camp.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
crazy. So that's how destiny worked, man.
Yeah.
Like nothing is done by coincidence. The fact that we sit here again on the pre-Super Bowl Sunday,
Yep.
you know, and with a beautiful background, beautiful cast, like nothing is done coincidentally.
Did you say you met your wife at Fred Smoot's football camp?
Oh my gosh! Please don't put that out there. No, I didn't.
She just happened to be there as well.
No, she was a camper.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So we are here for the Super Bowl. Max is, if you talk about like sweat equity that you put into a podcast, Max has been sweating this entire week. He's
That's
very
Max.
nervous.
Oh my goodness.
Big guy.
Give us a preview for the game.
Man, I'm in a win-win for this situation because we're witnessing Patrick Mahomes do something that we haven't really witnessed be done from another quarterback this early on in their career. So I'm so proud that he is executing to the level that he's executing with his team, and we all get to witness Travis Kelce have the most beautiful, popular woman in the world win the Super Bowl with them. I think that's amazing as well. Just the storyline, just what everything that NFL encompasses, I think that's amazing. But I grew up a Philadelphia Eagles fan, right? I've always admired Jalen Hurts and what he does from the quarterback position because I think a lot of people shortchange him in what he does. And what he does is he does the most important quality of a quarterback, and that is to win. So I'm excited to see him step onto this stage, him being 4 hours down the road in Houston, Texas, this being a home-like game for him. You know, two Texas boys with their second matchup together in the Dome, the city of life, the city of resilience. Will Jalen make the most of his second opportunity? Will the king rise again? And how will the halftime show be this year?
Yeah.
Like how about that?
Well,
man?
Drake tried to sue. He tried to sue everybody to make them not like us.
Yeah.
He's going to play that song, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know, I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, but like I think like I want to know what y'all opinion would be about if Lil Wayne brought the culture of New Orleans and all the artists in New Orleans and perform, because most of the fans there at the Super Bowl, like they probably not Kendrick Lamar fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They probably not Lil Wayne fans. But I think understanding the culture and experience of this city, what Lil Wayne would have been able to do, I know Kendrick is gonna rock the house.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. But I think like Lil Wayne, he wanted that Super Bowl experience to be back home.
Listen, I'm a no limit soldier.
Yeah,
We don't
know-
die.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We
saying.
keep rolling.
I think that would have been amazing.
Yeah, no,
I know the block would have been hot for sure.
It's going to be a great performance. I kind of agree. I like to see a little bit of the local flavor wherever they're at. Like when it was in Los Angeles, that was incredible what they did there. It would have been cool, but also when Not Like Us drops, it's going to be the best.
People are going to like that.
I think that's definitely the most popular song that we've been accustomed to.
Yeah, this past year,
that's summer heat.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I don't want no beef with any of them.
No.
I just want my franchise quarterback opportunity to be the winning quarterback that I'm capable of being.
Yes, I love that. All right, so last question, rowback question, rhoback.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. I'm wearing it right now, rowback.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. So we said Max, he's a diehard Eagles fan. Last time in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, he drank champagne the night before. And he got a little ahead of himself. Can you give Max just some Jameis Winston words of wisdom on how he needs to act going into the Super Bowl, knowing that, like, you can't lose twice to him.
Yeah.
You can't have that happen.
Max, I promise you it wasn't the champagne that lost the game.
But it might have been.
But Max, one Eagles fan to another Eagles fan, we got to get this one. Okay? So lock in, do whatever's required for you to have the best day that you possibly can have. Okay?
He's not locked in.
I'm locked in.
He drank champagne and lost his phone the night before the Super Bowl.
Oh, you lost your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it was that type? Oh, my goodness. Well, please don't drink no champagne in New Orleans because I promise you, it won't be pretty.
He got sick all over himself in the back of a cab.
In the back of a cab. Oh, my gosh.
All right, well, Jameis, you're the best, man. love having you on. And let's hope someone gives you that chance. We want to see you starting in the NFL. And when the day does come that you hang them up, you better give me a call.
Man, thank you, brother.
All right.
I appreciate y'all.
Jameis Winston's brought to you by Truly. Let's get unruly, boys. Let's have an unruly boy winter. Crack me one of those Truly and Edelmans. Hand me a Trulius Irving. Truly Unruly is the first high ABV hard seltzer that actually tastes good. Truly Unruly is a hard seltzer, breaks all the rules, drinks light, parties hard with 8% ABV. It hits hard, but it still tastes amazing. It's actually really, really good. And then you think 8%? Yeah, I think I'll have a Truly. Comes in 4 fresh flavors: Tropical Twist, Berry Blast, Citrus Crush, Strawberry Smash.
That's my favorite.
Strawberry Smash?
Yep.
I think I like the Berry Blast.
Same.
I think I like the Berry Blast, but the Strawberry Smash also very good. It's the official hard seltzer of Pardon My Take. Find Truly Unruly at a store near you or visit www.trulyhardseltzer.com. Love an ice cold Truly.
Yes.
Having a few ice cold Trulies here in New Orleans.
Shout out Truly for supporting the boys.
I'm very pumped.
Yes. So let's support Truly. All right, let's do FAQs. Before we do that, it is the end of the show. So, Max, Super Bowl score update.
What was the last one I did?
No, you just have to go with how you're feeling
go
right
vibes,
now.
Go vibes.
How are
We
you
can't
feeling
tell you what
at
you did
this
last
moment?
time.
All right, 38-24.
Okay.
38
wow, so that actually has got, so it was 32-24 on Monday's show. The Eagles have gotten better. From Monday to Wednesday, they have gotten significantly better.
I like
No,
that.
I
So what
feel
is that?
good.
Another touchdown, missed extra point?
Something like that.
I think it's actually, no, because 32, we got 32 from 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions.
Yep.
I think the Eagles just tacked on 3 safeties.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It was a safety fest.
Patrick Mahomes, 0 awareness in the pocket.
None.
Yeah.
None. Jalen Carter just eating back there.
Eating. Just eating.
How you feeling, Max?
I feel great. I feel great. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for Sunday. Lane. It's
only Tuesday.
We haven't interviewed Lane yet, but I'm sure he was great. I'm sure he was dialed.
Did you read that article today? I think it was on MMQB about Italian culture and the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, but it sounds like a good
You're
read.
gonna
I
have to
should,
read
I
it.
should get into that.
They all
Did they
hang out-
mention Max?
They did not mention Max, but they mentioned like 4 coaches on the team, how they all go to this one restaurant with this paisan that kisses them on the lips, sits them down. They yell at each other, but some people are like, oh, they're fighting. No, we're just Italian.
Yeah.
This is how we communicate.
Did they mention Big Dom?
They did. Big Dom
good.
was featured heavily in this article.
Max should have
yeah.
been mentioned.
No.
Big Dom's father, bricklayer,
Love that.
blue collar.
He's the best.
Uses hands. All right. FAQs.
Longtime listener, first time caller. Question for Dan and Eric. Whoa.
Oh.
It's a bit familiar.
What
Don't use
tabs,
government names.
What tabs do you generally have open for every show? Max.
The ads. I have usually ESPN, and it's usually like NFL standings because I just forget what every team's record is.
I'll have one page that's open to some league standings.
Yeah.
Usually not the NFL, but I'll just have like the random NBA standings pulled up so I can remind myself, oh yeah, the Rockets are somehow good.
And then I'll usually have Twitter because I've been starting to bookmark tweets that I want to bring up, which has been very handy.
That's smart. Yeah. So I'll have X.com, the everything app, and really that's the only app that you need to have open at any time.
It's still Twitter on my computer.
Bleep that out.
Okay.
Don't say the T word.
Yeah.
I'll have the ads pulled up, and then I'll have a Google Doc that has like links to the tweets and stories.
Yeah.
That I want to talk about.
Not a lot of stuff. Not a lot of high level stuff.
Or if it's like a Friday show, if it's a preview show.
Oh, I'll put my notes in there.
I'll have my stats
Yeah.
that are pulled up.
Yeah.
DraftKings odds.
DraftKings odds. Yeah, Friday show will be DraftKings, will be all my notes. But I do like writing notes by hand. That's what I do on Sunday nights because I think I absorb things better when I'm writing them down.
I also have Flight Tracker pulled up sometimes.
Have to.
So have you
Flight
guys?
Simulator?
No, not Flight Simulator. Flight Tracker. My laptop doesn't have the gaming power to process Flight
PFT
Simulator.
only plays Flight Simulator on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Yeah, that's
And
when there's a squadron
and
event.
yes,
I have to
he used-
contribute to my squadron.
And he used to have a guy named KKK in his squadron.
Yep. For a while I was afraid that I had somehow gotten into a white supremacist Flight Simulator group. And that took some years off my life trying to think that through. Eventually the guy named KKK made him change his name.
Got him kicked out. Yeah, PFT.
Wait. You told us you got him kicked out.
Yeah, you said you got him kicked out.
I don't know if he left or if he changed his name.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
I was like, that's my boy. He got him kicked out.
I-
Way to stand up. If you stand up even in the small spaces, like your flight squadron,
Yeah,
that making a difference.
I took a stand.
Yeah.
He might still be a white supremacist that is in my online flight community.
He just has a different
But
name.
just change it to White Lives
Yeah.
Matter.
He's
Yeah.
just undercover right now. Yeah. But yeah, that was I don't have that pulled up during the games. But you know that there's been that helicopter that's been flying real low this week. I think it was like flying over the Yak yesterday or flying over.
yeah.
Brandon Walker was pissed off about it, but I've noticed it a few places.
That's not saying much.
I
He's
lo-
pissed off about everything.
I looked it up. You know what this helicopter is?
What?
They call it a nuke sniffer.
Oh.
It's a radiation detection helicopter that's been traveling back and forth across the city of New Orleans every morning.
Man, just chill out, man.
It's scanning for nuclear.
Don't-
Would you rather not have that?
Nah, dude.
I want the nuke sniffer.
Don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
I don't know. This is
What,
just.
do you think? Wait, can I ask a question
Nah,
that's
I think-
mean?
I
That
think
might
you
be an
guys just
insult
gotta
question.
keep living,
Can I ask
man.
an insult question?
Yeah.
Do you think the nuke sniffer's alarms go off when Max farts?
I knew that.
That's a good question.
I knew that was going to come.
That's a good
I
question.
knew that was coming.
Okay, what was this?
I don't know. It
Oh,
was some of
okay.
the conspiracy theory, so I was looking at Hank and doing this.
I would rather.
just
I
gotta keep
prefer the
living,
nuke
man.
sniffer to be out there. Yeah,
It's here. It's checking.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
There's nothing to be worried
Hank,
about.
what you don't want the nuke sniffer?
Nah, there's nothing to be worried about, dude.
Well, no, we never said there's nothing to worry about.
Are you
why worry?
Are you so woke and you're thinking that the
Who are you
helicopter's there
mocking?
to make us scared and
No,
make
I'm
us
just
think there
listening
might
to
be
your
a
guys'
nuke?
advice.
No. You
keep it
didn't
moving,
listen
man.
to our advice. No, the advice is the world is shitty and shitty things happen. But if you
Don't worry about 'em.
If you spend all day thinking about a bridge that collapsed 6 months ago,
I don't think about anything.
we know that.
Just keep it moving, Hank.
Yeah, just keep living, man.
Keep it moving. If there's a nuke here, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. This is crazy. This guy should probably be arrested.
Uh-oh.
I live in Philadelphia with 3 other diehard Eagles fans. We've been dealing with
That's the arrest?
We've been dealing with a rat issue out front and on the back patio with our trash cans, which we have to leave out there. If the Eagles lose, we decided we would massacre them to take our anger out.
Okay, yes.
How should we do it?
Don't.
It won't matter
Actually,
because
no,
we
do.
will win by a lot. And should we feed them a big meal if we win?
I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Everything is
reward
on the
the
table,
rats.
of course.
Italian food.
Your thoughts?
Here's what you do: if the Eagles win, if the Birds win, you need to reward those rats, and they are your new god right
Yeah.
now.
Party sub.
If the if the Eagles
Put a whole
lose,
party sub out there.
you just got to get some cats
Yeah.
and just let nature take its course. I don't think that you should like kill the rats by hand.
Massacre is
Yeah,
an
but
aggressive
rats-
word for,
Yeah.
for
Rats
rat
are
extermination.
Rats are the worst.
No, I know, but like just saying, like thinking like you
A
know,
rat massacre.
That's crazy. Just
I mean,
kill
that's what
them.
they do every time they nuke the alleys in Chicago. That's a rat massacre.
But do they say we're gonna go massacre these motherfuckers?
I mean, if you look at the signs, it says like this alley has been like carpet
Poisoned.
bombed with poison.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of okay with it. Rats suck.
true. Rat
The
City.
massacre though. Please take video and send it to us.
That implies that you're using your hands. I don't think that you should use your hands.
I think you should use your hands.
Like
I think that's the
strangle?
only way that you're allowed to do it.
if you can catch the rat with your hand and choke it out,
Yeah.
rats never tap.
Hypothetical for Max. You're out at sea with Jason Kelsey, Big Dom, and Nick Foles.
Oh wow.
Who you fucking first?
Oh wow.
When out of nowhere, they're all captured by a
Mountain Dew,
gang
Max.
of pirates. You must choose one to set free, one to live out their years as the pirate's hostage, and one to be executed on the ship.
Oh my god.
What will you do? Nick Foles, Jason Kelsey, Big
So
Dom.
one to let free.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
He just
Like, he
let
gets to
free.
go
They're
home.
captured and then they're no longer captured.
so I'm a pirate in this scenario.
No, you're the spokesperson.
Your
for
friends
the-
are captured by pirates. You're negotiating with them. And they said you can set one free. One of us is staying with us forever. The other one's dying right now.
I think this is easy. I think this is easy.
Why?
I have an answer.
Give your answer then.
Jason Kelsey's a pirate. He was born to be a pirate. He would like probably enjoy being a pirate.
I think also if we got rid of Jason Kelsey, it eliminates competition in the podcast game.
yeah. Nick Foles, you'd unfortunately have to kill Big Dom. You set free, and then he'll get vengeance.
Big Dom was for sure. being set free.
Yeah, he'll get vengeance.
Yeah.
He will find
That
those
was the only thing I
pirates.
knew. The other, I couldn't figure out the other two.
We'll figure it out right now.
I think.
This is good podcasting.
I don't know. I don't want to answer this question. They're my guys. I love
You
all
have
those
to
guys.
answer the question.
I love all those guys.
You have to answer the
they
question.
all die.
Huh?
If you don't answer them, they all die.
Yeah.
So I have to kill one?
Yes.
Well, no, you're
not killing them. The
you're
Pirates
telling
are.
the
Pirates are
Pirates to
killing
execute them.
But the Pirates, that doesn't necessarily, they could beat the Pirates.
Sure.
I think Nick Foles is such a winner, he would just beat the Pirates.
Oh, so you're executing Nick Foles, the one guy,
I'm not
the quarterback
executing
who's
him.
gotten you a
The
Super
only
Bowl.
Super Bowl
You
you've
think
ever
Wow.
that you think that Nick Foles would stand a better chance going toe to toe with Pirates than Big Dom would?
Oh, I actually have his number. Should we call him right now and tell him that you executed him?
I didn't execute it. It was, he beat Tom Brady.
That's true.
You would have said the same thing about that.
You know Tom Brady didn't punt in that Super Bowl? That's crazy, huh?
You just executed him.
I didn't execute him. I said, I believe in him to be a winner.
Okay.
Defy all odds.
That's a good FAQ.
Nick
That's a
Foles.
Very frequently asked question.
All right, last one. If the Birds win, how much shit do you think Max is going to give everyone for finally being a champion while on PMT?
I actually don't think. I think he's going to just be so happy with himself that he doesn't. I don't think he's going to be thinking about us that much.
There's nothing that we can say to hurt him in that moment.
I think it's going to be more like a residual thing, like 2 months from now, a side comment's made and he's like Super Bowl champion. Like that's where you're going to see it.
2 months, full year.
Yeah, he's not going to
Well,
take.
no. I'm saying
he's not gonna be
I'm
back
saying
for like
in
a year.
2 months. Like, I don't think you're going to come on if the Eagles win. I don't think you're going to come on just like straight talking shit. You're going to be so happy about the Eagles, and then like in 2 months, there'll be like a random comment. And you'll be like, "I'm a Super Bowl champion." I don't know what you're talking about. But yes, that will last for a long time.
It'll change everything. Or it would change everything.
And what happens if you lose?
It's the same. We've
No, it's worse. It's worse.
It's way worse.
Why is it worse? It's just
Because
the same thing.
No, it's worse.
Yeah, but it's again.
It's
I'm
again-
already looked at as second place guy.
Yeah, but it reaffirms.
And then it just, that's it.
No, but you get even more second place.
Add another one to the tally. It's fine. Like that's.
No, I
It
think
is
you're
what it is.
underestimating how bad it will be.
It's
if you
gonna be
lose.
really
Yeah, it'll
bad.
be bad. I hope you win for your
No,
sake.
you don't.
You're right. I don't.
You don't at all.
I hope
I
you
don't.
win for my sake.
Yeah,
I hope you
two
win
do.
for my sake.
Yeah.
Bad. We're gonna
No, it'll just be it'll be the same song and dance.
Should we cash out and just bet the Chiefs?
I mean, the one good part about the Eagles winning this would be Max just constantly shoving it in Hank's face all the time.
That's fine.
What I wouldn't. Hank is my brother and birds.
Okay, all right.
Way to use your words there,
I
Max.
couldn't think of what I was going to say. Brother in arms, and I don't know. Brother and birds.
So
birds.
yeah, Max, if you lose, it'll definitely be bad. I think it'll be worse. You're underestimating how bad it's going to be. But if you win, you're going to do that thing where you get so happy that you're angry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to be screaming,
yeah.
crying,
I'm going to be angry
screaming.
no matter what.
It's
You're
gonna
going to
be
be
no
crying,
matter what.
screaming, but you'll be the happiest you've ever been in your life.
No matter what, Monday's show is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Monday's show is going to be
We'll just
incredible.
see.
Okay, let's kick it to ourselves. We got lottery ball. There was actually a AWO tweeted me today. He said that he's been guessing the number since the beginning of the lottery ball machine. He's never gotten it.
That's crazy. Do you have anybody like that?
Well, Memes, listen, credit to Memes. He didn't guess it for the first, year? So this guy is somehow worse. This is Chris, CM Marsha 51, shout out. He said he had to come clean because it was bothering him. For the entire history of the lottery ball machine, he has never gotten it right.
It's pretty crazy.
Let me know if you ever get it right because I am now invested in this. So, all right, let's kick it to ourselves. Okay, numbers, Memes. If you get the number during Super Bowl week, I mean, this is Max's week, but if you get it.
This is Memes week.
No, we've upgraded from Eagles week to Max week.
Oh,
Memes
okay,
week.
Max week. I like that. It's Max versus the Chiefs. Numbers.
85.
I'm going to guess 2.
11.
I'm thinking of players on the
Come on, Memes.
Eagles.
You're not going to get it,
What's
so it doesn't
Jake Elliott's
matter.
number? All right, 77.
You're never going to get it, Memes. 30.
Love you guys.